the starlight now. walking on the moon. One moment to escape. You're walking on the moon. Walking on the moon. I've never been. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel when you take me to some levels that I've never been. I stayed awake last night, 'cause I couldn't close my eyes and see you another night. I drove myself crazy thinking you'd take my wildest dreams and tear them all to the ground. So I tried to create a decoy world for you to destroy in my mind. You could stay and believe you're tearing me apart while I'm coming to life, while I'm coming to life. and brought them out in the light. So I ran to all the preachers just by having every reason to shut down and mobilize. So I pray to the gods for one last saving grace against all odds. And I built an escape using all my energy just to come back to life, back to life. Lost my mind. My friends all say I lost my mind, lost my mind. I keep talking about you all the time, all the time. I can't help but treat you like you're mine, like you're mine. Yeah, my friends all say I lost my mind, lost my mind. I keep talking about you. I'm so fucking mad, I know, yeah.
Hello and welcome into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight, it's a Call of Duty triple header for Boise State. We've got a pair of CCL matches and sandwiches between. Let's just say it's to see who's the best Call of Duty team in the Treasure Valley, and I don't want to give much more away than that. But for now, it's Collegiate Call of Duty time, Boise State and Oregon. I am Michael Fish Fisher, going to be joined by Riley Nappy Boyd to call the action here. Boise State had a pretty good game in week 2 that we saw, but we have not seen their Oregon game, Nappy. So we're going to go back and revisit it and see how the Broncos' start to CCL was. And the one thing that we kind of learned last week is that kill streaks are actually legal. We saw a couple called in. You and I were like, was that fair? What happened? So what do you think kill streaks are going to do in this game and just going forward in CCL even?
Yeah, so I got a little confirmation about that because I know I was confused as well. I went home and did a little research, and it actually sounds like just before they played those games, streaks actually became legal. So I think we're going to see a lot of cruise missiles, we're going to see a lot of artillery strikes, and we're going to see some napalm. Hopefully not too much because I can't stand the napalm strikes. It's so annoying to play against. But I think that's what we're going to see a lot of here coming up this week.
Yeah, and I'll be curious with the napalm and really any of the kill streaks as we see Boise State's schedule like we saw. We saw them play UCC. Yes, it was a loss for Boise State. We've seen them beat Colorado State as well. We're going to check them out against Oregon. We're going to have a game that you'll want to see in the middle, and then we'll wrap it up with Boise State and Grand Canyon to end the night. And it'll be really interesting to see. We've seen a lot of teams really prefer raid. Maybe we'll see more checkmates in Garrison because those maps, for the most part, kind of just make kill streaks irrelevant because they're all indoors.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be something where Boise State's just got to kind of adapt. I know that like we talked about, they're really good at raid this year. We've seen a lot of raid, and I'll be interested to see how that kind of affects the kill streaks. And I kind of think that's maybe why they weren't as important to start the year. We didn't have to worry about them too much, so no one really needed them.
Yeah, and I mean, the one thing that really struck before Black Ops Cold War is that there are some maps. I mean, I think Checkmate is the number one that kill streaks are just pointless. I mean, there's those little windows that you can call them in through, but there's a lot of protection. Garrison feels the same way. There's a couple of hard points there are outside, so I'll be curious to see if we get away from raid. I mean, we say Colorado State and Boise State plays 3-8 on raid.
Right.
If we'll go back, it's going to be Garrison. It's only going to be Checkmate just because they don't want to deal with kill streaks, and then I mean, like you said, we can call in some napalm, call in some cruise missiles, but besides that, they might just become obsolete just because of the maps and how Call of Duty has been designed for Cold War.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that Boise State has an opportunity to get quite a bit of those kill streaks going this week. So.
Well, like I said, we're going to kick things off with Boise State and Oregon. Take a look back at how the Broncos and the Ducks fared in Week 1 of CCL. Going to Garrison first on Hardpoint. Garrison has been a very popular map. I know you said that the team really loves their Garrison play, and they feel like they can definitely win this one. And I think it's really going to come down to who gets the Warsaw pack spawn, because just trying to flank around the right side, if you spawn on the Warsaw side, you have to go around that little area where you can see the enemy before it starts. Looks like Boise State's going to start the NATO side. So they at least win that battle to start things off.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think spawns are just so important on this map. And when you look at Oregon, in Hardpoint, all four of their players that they play are all going to have 2+ KDs. So they're a team where you have to make sure that you're on point with your gunfights. Looks like Hat-Trick's going to be kind of hanging out there in lower map, and Yaz is going to be in the hill. And right there, right off the bat, you see that's a tough gunfight for Yaz. Looks like Zealous just kind of took care of business there. And Boise State's really focused on trying to get set up for the new hill, but at the same time, you don't want to give too much time to Oregon right off the bat, and Oregon's really rushing towards that first hill. Good win. Oh, Practical can't quite get that gunfight, though.
Yeah, I thought Boise State would be favored. They definitely have the better spawn, but now that Oregon's pushed them off, Boise State's looking for a flank, and you can see now even Practical getting gunned down away from the hard point.
Yeah, but look at how Oregon's already got 2 set up for new there. They have one on Satellite there, and they had one in Kabul. They did such a good job of doing what Boise State likes to do, really. Right now, just to start, they're playing Boise State's game better than Boise State is, which is just rotating early. That's a good win from Perpsky there to make sure that he can kind of stop the push over there towards P2, but whew, Oregon is gunning and running right now.
Oregon seems to be the most long-range favored team we've seen as Zelos picks ones up there as well. Boise State just doesn't look like they're ready for the long-range gunfight.
Yeah, let's see. I think that's the first time Zip there I see has a 74U in the kill feed, and that's the first time that I've seen. I think they might be running 3 ARs and 1 SMG. Oh no, Zealous has got a 74U with that Dark Matter camo. He's a grinder, that's for sure. And
if you come with dark camo, you know you're here to play. And Boise State with the diamond camo not doing so well against him.
Yeah, and that's such what you see there. That Zip on that head glitch there on Satellite's almost impossible. Labuya, what a good gunfight win there in top green, just keeping control. Oregon's, and look at this. So you see Zealous already here. He's rotated out. He's ready for new, which is going to be tough for Boise State. It looks like he's got a chance to get Hat-Trick off, and he does. So Zealous really is anchoring those spawns for Oregon for new. They're already rotated out with 15 seconds to go, down to 10 now. Zip's just kind of holding down the hill here. Oregon's in a place right now where they could stretch this out to be huge, especially if Boise State can't win a couple of gunfights there with Labuya hanging out there on front green.
Yeah, you mentioned it. It's always, I mean, Oregon's rotating at 20 seconds. There's a nice flank there at least, but they're like, it feels like 20 seconds just ahead of Boise State. Yeah,
Boise State just seems to be kind of doing that thing that that they can get drawn into the trap of, which is trying to use gun skill and just break the front of hills. You know, we saw it a lot this weekend in the opening weekend of the CDL with a lot of teams just trying to break, and Boise State seems to be doing that a lot, and that's just not the way to play a good team like Oregon. You have to rotate. See, Hat-Trick's kind of hanging back here. He's trying to get those spawns back from Tavin, but he can't win that gunfight, and that was an M4 to a Krig, so you would kind of expect that would be a gunfight that Hat-Trick could win, but not so much. Yaz is going to have a big gunfight here in Dark to see if he can stop the push over here into P4, but looks like a bad timing, and the Oregon guy pushed events there.
You can see Oregon. This is probably the longest they've stayed on a hard point. A couple of bad spawns from Zip and Tavin as well, so they're not going to be able to get there. And this could be Boise State's best opportunity to set up on new.
Yeah, Boise State's got to make sure that they take advantage here. They need to get some points. And it looks like they're in the hill, which is really good. You see that trophy system going down from Practical. He's hanging out on back floating here. He's got to win that gunfight, and he doesn't. Oh, no, he did. He did, but then Oregon's going to have top green control. It's really hard to break a hill if you don't have that top green control, because you can just look down at the top if you're Oregon. So Boise State's trying to reestablish that control, but you can see Tavin's going to get a big two-piece there in green. Yaz is coming in to try and chase, and he gets gunned by Zip. Practical's going to try and get in, but there's a trophy for Oregon. Boise State has to find a break quickly, because right now Oregon is just amassing a huge lead on Boise State.
Yeah, especially for this point. I mean, trophy system just shuts down all the grenade spam you want to try and get somebody out, and now you see Oregon already rotating over towards new with 6 and 7, and Boise State's got to figure out how they can even get to the right spot.
Yeah, and Boise State, the question is, it's almost becoming, can Boise State find the 100-point club? Can they get 100 points? That's a nice little win up there on Lil Booyah there from Boise State. So hopefully Boise State can get rotated and hold this P5, because if they can't and Oregon can get a significant amount of time, like you see they just got a break there, Oregon could have a huge lead going into the second set of rotations. We may not get much farther than P2 here.
Yeah, because the next P1 on the reset's going to be right next to this point as Zelos gets a nice win. So Oregon can kind of just push Boise State out. That's one you kind of catch a guy reload and you get his teammate, but you don't get him. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Oregon's doing such a good job of their trades, too. I mean, they're running around now, and it looks like they put away a lot of the ARs. They got some of the SMGs out, and they are just kind of running together and getting those big trades. Oh, that's a big win. That was he got bad timing on the guy in the back spawn there, but he got a huge turn win there. And then Boise State's going to break. They're just going to get a little bit of scrap time here. Oh, not even that, though. Lil Booyah with a good win there. Looks like that's Yaz's gun.
It does seem like Oregon is all over the AK-74U, which is Boise State. I think they have 1 or 2 guys, but it really seems like they want to fight close quarters as often as possible.
Yeah, and it seems like they're really just doing a good job of picking their gunfights. Like you said, that's a good win there from Boise State to stop their rotation back to P1, but Oregon's already in it. Boise State didn't get any time in P5, really. Oregon's 50 points from the win. Practical's looking to see if he can find some control top green, but that's just bad timing as well. Boise State's kind of putting themselves in a situation where they're going to have to win a couple of huge gunfights here. Perpsy's got to win that, and he does. Boise State's got a chance to maybe get a break. Oregon's only got 1 in the hill, but it looks like they're getting some in, and they've got that trophy in the back. So Boise State's got to win one-on-one gunfights, and they're just not doing it right now. There's a great trade from Oregon.
Oh, yes, maybe have a flank. Oh, you hate when you throw the grenade. I think Oregon's done a really good job of snowballing. They kill Boise State, they pick up their weapon, and then they don't have to worry about the pistol. They've got 2 primaries, and they're almost ready to go for either long range or short range because they always have an AR and an AK-74U.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that is a testament to them not having necessarily defined roles. I know we talked about that last week. They are 4 players that can kind of go out and do whatever they need to do and either slay or play the objective. That's a good win off the satellite head glitch there on Yaz, and then Practical gets found top green. Hatrick's got to get up here. He's got the M4. It looks like he's got to win a gunfight here. He has to be the guy that breaks into this hill, and he can't do it. I think Boise State's going to be inducted not just to the 100-point club, but this might be an introduction to the 50-point club, which we don't see a lot in Call of Duty, so something's got to change quick for these Broncos.
Yeah, and then Oregon, as you mentioned, there's 4 really solid players. I mean, at one point, Zip was like 11 and 3, and now you see he wasn't even the best KD on his team as Oregon picks it up. Yeah, not even the 45-point club for Boise State, and it really just feels like Oregon has 4 really solid players, and they communicate really well. And for Boise State, it just feels like a lot of those gunfights, like you said, going back to your bad habit of I'll just 1v1 this guy, it's just not working for him, at least on hard point.
Yeah, and I think there's a reason, like I said, Oregon's got everybody over a 2 KD in hard point. They're top of the Pacific Division right now, and they've only dropped not just games, but they've dropped 2 maps this entire year in scrims and in games. They are a very, very good respawn team, and only one of those maps was respawn. So they are so good about getting trades, getting rotations, and just taking big gunfights at the right time and winning them every single time.
I mean, honestly, anytime somebody has dark matter already, I'm just going to side with them. It's not as easy as some of the other long-term camos. So we'll go to search and destroy now. Oregon with a very, very clean win on hardpoint. Anything you think Boise State could do? You mentioned how strong the Ducks are in a respawn game. It's search. Does that lend any sort of advantage, or does the Ducks' good gunfight make this game maybe even be even worse for Boise State?
Well, it looks like map 2 is probably going to be raid for Boise State. Just knowing their map picks, that's probably going to be what we're going to see. And unfortunately, Oregon's going to have a chance to really break back into those M4s and those Krigs, which Boise State has a couple of really good players that can do that. But I think Boise State's strength is when they can take those individual gunfights, and that just doesn't really work for raid as well as they need it to against Oregon.
The Idaho Army National Guard, a proud supporter of Boise State esports, invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Maybe Boise State could reach out and have some tips. Now, I will say there is one interesting strategy in Search and Destroy as we do load into raid. We saw Colorado State kind of go for this bum rush A strat. I mean, they got 6-1, but it at least worked one time. Is there any way where maybe Boise State can kind of all-out rush A or B and catch Oregon off guard? Because the gunfights, as we saw in Hardpoint, look like they're going to lean Oregon's way about 70% of the time.
You know, if I'm Boise State and I want to do that, I'm wanting to commit at least 2 to that because Oregon does such a good job of flying and just winning big gunfights. They seem to have the ability to win one-on-one gunfights. Boise State's got to send 2 if they want to do that. It's like we're kicking off with Tav in here. He's going to go top mansion. And, yeah, you see he's got that Craig just kind of looking out over mansion, seeing if he can find one cut out. And it looks like Perpsky's hanging out there in money. Looks like Zips here in mid-map. He's kind of pushed up, and that's a good win from Practical there. You see, he's got that 74U that is so dangerous in his hands. He's got to win big gunfights there in mid-map, and that's a great start. But looks like he's going to get taken out by a Semtex. That's one where those trophy systems early map just aren't in play, and then Labuya with another good win. And Oregon, all of a sudden, it's down to a 3v1 for Boise State.
Yeah, I was wondering if Zip had actually seen out Yaz and maybe he was trying to make a call for his team, and that's why he got caught off guard by Practical. Now you see Boise State had the jump on him, but he was just ready for it with Lil Booyah.
Yeah, and that's a tough win right there, too, at the very end, trying to get this snap, and I think that's why it's the play of the game there. Labuya is just kind of hanging out, waiting to see if Hat-Trick comes through mid. Hat-Trick actually takes a different angle, but Labuya with a good snap. That's a good round win for Oregon. They look strong in search as well.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how Boise State wants to attack this because Oregon did favor A. They ended up just gunning down Boise State regardless. But I think the Broncos might have a great opportunity here to play really aggressive and rush A and catch Oregon in a 4v2.
Yeah, it looks like they're split pushing here. It looks like Bomb's going to be going mid towards B, and you see Zealous is hanging out here outer. That's such a good angle to win because that you can't see that from that little head glitch that you can get in White Van where you can see pretty much everything in the mid or in raid side there. You can't see outer. So going outer like Zealous did there, and now he's up into Laundry looking to see if he can win a tough gunfight. He's just playing really smart here around, just getting some intel, and it looks like yeah, he sees one for Boise State up there. Zip gets taken down mid, but it looks like there's an instant trade there for Oregon. So looks like we're to a 3-on-2 now.
Yaz completely known by Tavin and Lil Booyah, so he's going to have to be careful yet. And it looks like Hat-Trick's rotated over to him. Boise State's position, I feel like Oregon has a pretty good idea of exactly where the Broncos are.
Yeah, and a huge problem is the bomb's down right there. It looks like Yaz is able to pick the bomb up, but with bomb being right there, they couldn't instant wrap it over to A, which is kind of the way that you want to do it right now if you were going to have a chance if you're Boise State. But yeah, that's a tough mantle there. It looks like that was Perpsky. That's a tough mantle. You almost wonder if the better play would be to wrap back around towards garage and back through spawn.
Yeah, mantling there into the open, something like that was just like a desperation play. Yaz now going to try and whip all the way over to A. He should be unseen for the most part.
Looks like he just doesn't have the time, though. Boise State let that develop so slowly, and that's where the bomb being down there right in the middle of the map for Boise State just really hurts. You can see Zealous just kind of hanging out there. That's a huge win on Perpsky, and that angle is just so tough, but that's a huge win to get that first blood.
Yeah, Boise State, I mean, as you mentioned, that felt like they wanted Oregon to come to them, and it feels like the Broncos are still confident that they can win the gunfight, but I mean, we saw there from Zelos. I mean, it feels like Oregon is just about a notch or two ahead of Boise State, and I feel like the Broncos have got to do something cheeky here. Defensively, that's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, someone's got to get off the mark besides Practical. He's doing a good job of winning some gunfights and at least winning his ones to start. There's 2 down for Oregon quick, though, and Practical and Yaz go down. You see Hat Trick, he tries to gun one and zip with a huge win, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's just like that. This is going so fast, and Oregon's just winning those gunfights. Boise State's putting himself in such a tough situation. Zealous getting the bomb down here quick. It's a 2v1 for Perpsky he has to retake this site, and it's going to start with him winning a gunfight here on the guy that's at raid, it looks like, or if he can get a wrap. Oh, he might be able to get a wrap here, and it looks like it's down to a 1v1.
I like his chances here. Zelos in an interesting spot, very on the outside edge there, so Perpsky's got to be careful he doesn't just rush the bomb. Time not on his side, though. He's looking like he's going to run right for the bomb and get caught off.
Oh, and he just went for the bash. That's tough. You know, when you go and the first thing that you're thinking of, a lot of these guys play with scuffs or with Battle Beaver controllers, and you've got those paddles or buttons on the back of the controller, and you start getting shot at right away. Sometimes that first instinct, you kind of clench on the controller, and if you hit that bash button, it makes it really hard to win a gunfight because now you're in the middle of a motion and you can't snap to get the win.
And that felt almost that Yaz didn't realize how much time he had. I mean, he had about 20 seconds. He could have played that a bit slower, it felt like. And so this feels like a reverse of the game one where Boise State ran out of time. Now it felt like they thought they had not enough time left. I thought he maybe could have played it a little bit slower there, maybe tried to find Z-Loss.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you got to get aggressive when you're into a 1v1 like that. And you can see Z-Loss is just kind of hanging out there. And you see that's that gunfight that he won earlier, but Perpsky was ready for it. Did a good job of adjusting and looking outer. That is a tough peak there from Tavin. If you're Boise State, and then Hat Trick with a big win, but if you're Boise State, looking outer Tiki like that is a spot that not a lot of people go, that you can get a couple of kills usually for once or twice when they go bottom mansion there, because no one chooses to look outer Tiki for some reason most of the time.
Boise State's still very slow playing. This looks like Perpsy's going to get one off screen. So now it's a 4v2, and you're going to like the Broncos' chances. Z-Loss even going to rotate over towards A as the bomb moves towards B. Boise State might have out-mind-gamed Oregon here in round number 4.
Yeah, they got a 3-stack there. It looks like if you're Boise State, you're telling Yaz, get the bomb down, get the bomb down. Practical's got that information now for Boise State. He goes down, but that's not a bad situation to be in if you're Boise State. It's a 3v2. You still got the numbers, and now you know someone from Oregon has to rotate, and you see Perpsky was just hanging out there in the back, waiting for that player to go ahead and swing around. What they don't know is Tavin is still coming through mid, so Tavin's got to fly. He's got to win a 3v1. He has to just take these gunfights one by one and try not to get in situations where he's going to get traded. Starting with that win, oh, that's a great win for him up there in Laundry. He's got to fly, though. He's got 20 seconds, and it takes 7.5, I think, to defuse the bomb, 8.5. And that's a good, you know what, there's Hat Trick that's just kind of hanging out there by White Van, waiting to read that. That's a good round for Boise State. That's more like what we need to see.
Yeah, that was perfect, especially baiting over Z-Loss to rotate down towards B. Practical stays down as sort of the sacrificial lamb, like you mentioned. And I think that was a really good play by Boise State, kind of taking Oregon's aggressiveness against them, because it feels like the Ducks know that they're maybe the slightly more talented team, and that's why they take risky plays like that. And I like Boise State making that adjustment.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see here. You see Oregon's going to 3-stack over here on A, and I think that that's a result of them realizing that Boise State went to a split push. They can't just rush 4 at one side because they're leaving their flank open, and you see Practical opens things up with a good win there for Boise State. Over on B. So now Oregon's got 3-stack over on A. The problem is Boise State doesn't realize that they have a split push here. No one's on B. So Boise State's got to get those 2 players. Looks like that's Yaz and Perpsky. They've got to rotate around over to A. Otherwise, Oregon's got the numerical advantage over on that site.
Z-Loss maybe looking towards mid. He gets the shots on Practical, so he's trying to bait out, looks like Yaz to rotate down. Neither of them find a shot, though. But Boise State does have the information that Z-Loss is around mid.
Yeah, now we're back to maybe a little bit of a 2-and-1 split here for Oregon. The bomb's over here on A, and that's with Z-Loss. And so Boise State's got some, looks like some probably, if you're with Practical, he's probably running that 74U. So Z-Loss is probably in a situation where he's going to have the gun to win that. And actually, though, that the headshot multiplier comes through for Practical, and he just rips his head off there, it looks like.
Z-Loss, I mean, he kept going back and forth. I think he wanted to try and bait a better rotation for Boise State. Practical getting another one at the basketball court. And now little Booyah left all alone in the 1v4, and this is just going to take some miracle gunplay. Yeah,
he's going to have to find some quick gunfights, and he's going to have to take them in a situation where, yeah, there's no time left for him, unfortunately. I mean, that's a good win, but it just doesn't matter at this point. You know, Boise State did a good job being patient, letting Oregon come to them, not being so aggressive with defense, and just making the smart plays, taking these smart gunfights here. Practical does such a good job. Looks like he actually did. He switched over to the M4 there, so that's a great win for him.
Yeah, I think the best part was Boise State didn't fall into Oregon's trap. You saw Zelos, he put a couple bullets into Practical and immediately whips mid trying to catch Yaz on a rotation, and they saw each other, but nobody connected on the bullets, and I think that was a really great play by Boise State, not falling into Oregon's trap of, oh, they're rushing A, everyone rotate over, and Boise State sticking to their game plan of the 2-2.
Yeah, Boise State did a good job of not split pushing, and that's a big win from Practical there mid-map. Looks like he got a little bit of a wall bang off there on Labuya, and so that just puts Boise State in a situation where you get that first blood, you get that numerical advantage. That means Boise State's going to have the ability to get a little bit more aggressive like you have to on offense.
And we'll say, trying to take this long-range fight with Zelos, he's been so good over on B. Probably a good idea for Yaz to maybe retreat and not peek that with the AK-7 for you.
Yeah, and you see he's going to let Perpsky kind of get aggressive with it here, and Yaz is going to hang back and just try and get information. But the problem is Perpsky doesn't realize there's one top laundry, although I think he just got the call out there because I think he just saw a teammate go down, and he's going to be hanging out. That little jump up there, back rock jump up, is such a good place to get some information out over the site. Problem is Perpsky saw him there. He's waiting to see if the player rotates back towards B, but it looks like Oregon's going to go and send 3 over to A.
Oregon had eyes for a bomb, and then for a split moment, Zip looked back towards Mansion. So that's going to open things up for Boise State at B. Nobody's in laundry. Now there's the full rotation. Practical maybe outthought himself there and trying to go back to A.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say, Fish. You got it right on the head there. I think he tried to make the big brain play and get a rotation. He won a gunfight there, but it's in a situation where he tried to get the smart play, which the wrap's not a bad play. And I don't know if you get this off or not. It's going to be close.
Oh, he did.
And
for
so,
nothing.
Yeah, that's tough. The problem is there when you've got people rotating over from the other site in this map with columns being open, you can just get those shots onto the other site. And Practical did a good job of winning the gunfight that he needed to and getting it back over to the other site. But I think it was just a little slow. He was in 2 mines there at one point in the map, and that hurt him.
Zelos has clearly been the MVP for Oregon. I think best played a majority of the rounds here. And I want to see offensively what Boise State does. Or Boise State offensively. I'm curious to see what they want to do here.
Yeah, if I'm Boise State, I've got to be thinking, Oregon's on offense. I just got to hang back. We won a defense by just being smart and just letting Oregon come to us. It looks like they're going to double chow mid, though. Good trades there. Let's see if Boise State can find another one. They can't. It looks like Zelos was damaged, but... Oh, yeah, good wall bang there from Practical. That's the second time he's done that. That's a really smart play from Practical to get that wall bang. He knows that people are going to wrap it back to Art when they come mid. Just keep firing into that wall, not letting the shots up, and he does a good job of finding the second kill there.
I don't think Boise State know that they did kill Bomb, so Tab's going to be able to pick it up for free.
Looks like they're going to try and wrap it back here to B. Boise State's looks like they're kind of trying to figure out where Oregon is. You've got 1 mid, looks like 5. That's going to be Practical. He's hanging out on A. And you've got 6, which is Hattrick, who's over here just looking to see if Oregon gets aggressive. And now Boise State's got an idea. And you saw Tab in there when he did his little jump up. Let's see if he knows that both of them are outer here.
Hattrick's got Tabin right below him.
Good win from Hattrick. Oh, what timing is that? That is brutal timing for Hattrick. Now Yaz has got to win a gunfight here. It's a 2-on-1. And he lets himself know. It looks like, is he trying to try and hop the bomb here? Yeah, he is. Let's see if... Oh, it looks like... Oh, Zip got the kill on him, so now it's a 1v1. Wow, Zip played that so well because he didn't let Boise State jump the bomb. He could just see Yaz's leg, got the kill in right when he needed to. Didn't leave Practical any time to win the gunfight.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Boise State in that 2-on-1, maybe play a bit more aggressive. You see, Yaz is on the bomb, but Practical wasn't in a great angle to defend him. I would have maybe liked to see Yaz push up and have Practical defend the bomb, because otherwise they opened up Zip for a little bit easier of a 1v2 as opposed to somebody being in his face while the bomb's being defused.
Yeah, and we saw Boise State do it last week too when they were in a 2v1. They jumped the bomb with 1, and the other player just stood right over him. That's usually a good situation to be in, but Boise State was just a little bit more spread out, and unfortunately, Zip just played that really well. And if you're the Broncos now, your Oregon's on match point. You've got to figure out something to do here. You've got to find a way to get aggressive and win some gunfights. And 3 mid, that's one way to do it.
They've won a couple gunfights there. This time it's not going to go their way. Oh, man.
That's a tough wall bang to take, too, if you're Boise State. That's through a wall, some cement, and another door.
Well, but you mentioned Practical's got a couple, so I guess Oregon gets one back, and that kind of just derailed any hope Boise State had, it feels like.
Yeah, you left Perpsky in a 1v4, and he does have some serious gun skill, but it's going to be tough against a team like Oregon who are just firing on all cylinders. And unfortunately, if you're Boise State, it's going to be tough to win a search when you've got Yaz with the donut there for the kills. That's a tough situation to be in when Oregon's so good with the long-range guns and he's got the SMG. It's almost impossible to win a lot of gunfights there. Oh, good win from Perpsky, though. That's a really good win from Perpsky there on top right. He gave himself a chance.
Yeah, the only problem for Perpsky, if he had the bomb, I'd like his chances, but you could see Zelos is just literally camping the bomb. He knows exactly where Perpsky has to run to, and I don't think he's going to run out of time, unfortunately. Yeah,
if you're Perpsky, you got to fly, you got to start slide canceling and ego challenging corners, which it looks like he's doing. Let's see if he can find the Oregon player there. It looks like he doesn't know that he's in the corner. And he doesn't, and the other player was top art there, and he just got the win. He slid into a 2v1 there, and good luck.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really do in a 1v4, so you can't blame him too much there. We are excited to announce that Boise State is broadcasting their first ever fighting game tournament. If you're interested in signing up for the beatdown, we've got 2 chances left. We've got Dragon Ball FighterZ coming up this weekend, and then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to wrap up the month. The in-person finals will be held in March at Boise State University, so if you want to get in for Dragon Ball FighterZ or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, smash.gg, the beatdown Boise State. Unfortunately, that's a great title to also kind of describe what's going on right now between Oregon and Boise State, and it's not in the Broncos' favor. We've got control left for Boise State to avoid the sweep, and it feels like Boise State had a couple advantages in respawn, but, I mean, with control being a little bit more hard-pointy, I think Oregon's going to have quite the advantage here.
Yeah, Boise State's got to turn around some of those gunfights, unfortunately. They're not winning a lot of gunfights right now. And they're just not challenging at the right time, I think. And they are getting some really bad timing. Boise State's got some horrible timing so far. So they got to get Lady Luck on their side, and they got to start getting some of those headshot multipliers to come through to get some quick kills and just start running and getting that confidence up again if you're Boise State.
Yeah, I mean, I think you made a great point as well, Nappy, that, unfortunately for Yaz, as the sort of the SMG specialist, he's been just kind of countered by Oregon because it seems like the Ducks are really leaning a lot towards the M4, the Krieg, and he's just kind of caught in a situation where he's not going to be able to have a 7.4U ready to go for those mid to long range fights, and he kind of feels like, just almost like an AI bot, not because of his skill, but he just hasn't have a chance in those long-range fights. Yeah, and it seems like, when we were in the respawn and Oregon did pull out the SMGs, well, then it was like 3 of them. And then it's like, okay, well, now Yaz has got to figure out how to go 3-on-1. So he's just been put in an absolute brutal spot right now. No one's really there's not a balance. Oregon's doing a good job of rotating between guns and just really just flying. Looks like we're back on raid here for the control, too, so that's going to be even tougher for Boise State. Yeah, I felt like Oregon, especially with Zelos on Laundry, I feel like he had all of the perfect sight lines, so I think this is going to be really tricky for Boise State. I mean, you mentioned it. Search, we saw more ARs for Oregon. Respawn, we saw more SMGs. Control, a bit of both. Do you think we're going to see 3 SMGs from the Ducks again? I think it's just going to kind of depend on how they want to play it. If they want to get aggressive, I think they have the ability to do that. But if they want to hang back, they can, looking at their control KDs, not quite as high. So that makes me think maybe they are going to want to favor some SMG stuff. Only one player over 2. Yep, and you see right there, there's Zip with it right off the bat. Patrick's going to be challenging him from top mansion. Looks like Tavin's got the M4 out, so we'll see how he wants to play it. You can kind of run it like that SMG or that AR, depending. Practical with a good win in the kill feed as well, and Yaz is getting that cap early. He's going to try and get a tick there on B to start. Now, I'm surprised Oregon wasn't going for the tick tap. It was uncontested. It does look like Perpsky gunned him down off screen. So Boise State right now with a great job putting pressure on both points. Yaz about to run into 3 Ducks, though. Yeah, that's a good win to start, but the problem is, there you go. He got called out. Oregon knew exactly where he was. Now Practical, he checked the wrong corner and he shot Yaz's dead body on accident. That is so tough. You're looking for someone being prone. You chow one corner, you don't think you see anything, you chow the other one. It looks like it's someone, but it's really your teammate's dead body. And then Yaz gets shot in the back. Boise State, they had a chance there to start. It all kind of fell apart there, though, for him, it looks like. Surprised neither team has really put any pressure on A. Looks like Boise State back in Mansion wants to try and regroup for a push here. Yaz looking towards mid. Unfortunately, that's back-to-back gunfight wins for Oregon. Yeah, and Oregon is starting to get really aggressive, it looks like.
They're just holding Boise State off points right now. They're doing a good job of kind of pushing Boise State back. Boise State, every time they try and push, they just seem to get found early, and that's a tough situation in control because those spawns don't flip. So Oregon can just continue to kind of put pressure on Boise State, and you can see Tavin's just hanging out in Boise State's spawn now.
Yeah, Boise State is going to spawn all towards A because of Tavin looking right in their spawn. So at least they did get a little bit of a clean spot, but Z-Lost there with the 7-4U. He's going to jump on Boise State. Now the Broncos surrounded.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit concerned that Boise State decided to go back over towards A from B a little bit too late in that round. They're in a spot now where they can't really afford to get broken off the point. That's a good win there from Perpsky, kind of keeping the pressure off, but yeah, you see Z-Lost there, just got in, got a break. Boise State doesn't have any time really to recover, and that's what happens when you go late. Oh, he's just winning all the gunfights right now. That was almost nasty from him, but a good trade from Taven there. Yeah, that's tough if you're Boise State. You rotated almost too late there, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, everything unfortunately really fell apart when I think it was Perpsky who thought he had somebody in poolside and then shot in the ass's dead body instead of checking the other corner. I mean, even if he checks the wrong corner, doesn't shoot, he might have a chance. But after that, it felt like Oregon could kind of just press their muscle, and we saw Tavin trying to go for the spawn camp, force Boise State over towards A, and from then, Oregon kind of just took off. Yeah.
They were really just kind of slaying out that entire round. You know, you see Tavin there's 8-2, Z-Lost is 9-6. I mean, they just got big kill numbers coming through, and Boise State right now, unfortunately, hat-trick's the only positive one on the team right now. That's a tough spot to be in a game mode that's so focused on limited respawns.
Now, Oregon's all going on A here. I'll be curious how Boise State counters. You could see Perpsky and Practical trying to rotate over. Practical trying for the flank, didn't find it though.
Oh, he stopped shooting. That's tough. You know, when you've got and shot a lot of bots to start the day, and you think you've got a pretty good feel of how many bullets it takes to kill someone, and you stop shooting because you think you did it, and then you get fried. That's a tough situation to be in. Oregon did such a good job here though of just rushing over towards A, getting a 3-stack in A, making sure that they have only 1 point to take. Boise State's now got to be defending for their lives, and they're already down. Or no, it looks like they're even in respawns. They just took the lead now.
A little Booyah's going on the flank. That's something to watch out for. Boise State now doing a little bit the Oregon treatment, getting right in the Ducks spawn. Worked for the Ducks, so we'll see if Boise State can get them down. Two are in Mansion. I don't think they see each other. I don't think they're on the same level, though.
Yeah, and it looks like Boise State, knowing that they had 3 down, they tried to push up, tried to get a little bit aggressive, but Oregon is doing what Boise State couldn't do, which is win some of the gunfights to get out, at least for a moment. But Boise State's got 3 down for Oregon now. They've got to try and wait for their teammates to get spawned in and get pushed up so they can get a chance to get back at B. Boise State doing a good job of defending and just trying to hold time off.
Yeah, Lil Booyah did go on a 6-kill streak there with the flank, and that pulled Boise State off of the Duck spawn. So that allowed Z-Lost and Zip to get around now. And now that Boise State looks like they're going to get sandwiched here between 7-8 and 6-5.
Yeah, and if you're Oregon, you got to just play slow, play your life, and just hold those spots and wait for Boise State to push you. You're on offense, but you've got so much time still here that you don't have to get crazy aggressive. Perpsky's in a spot here where he's going to try and watch the spawn, but Boise State's got 2 down. It's just Hat-Trick and him, and they both find kills, so now Boise State's got the man advantage up. They're even in lives. That's a huge win from Hat-Trick. Boise State's got a chance to defend here. Hat-Trick's got to find a kill here. He's only got 6 bullets left. He's going to have to find the kill over here in water, and he can't do it. Oregon's going to have a chance to break up into this point, I think, here, because they've got the numbers advantage.
Oh, nice win by Yaz, even while he was mantling. That was huge for Boise State. Starting to fall behind on respawns, but they still have a chance here, especially if Hat-Trick can pick that one up.
Yeah, and if you're Boise State, you know Oregon, you see how fast it's going, you figure they've got at least 2, if not 3 in the hill. You know you've got to take those gunfights, and if you're Hat-Trick, you've got a Craig. That's not a gun that you want to be sliding into hills with, so unfortunately for Boise State, they're in a tough spot. Yaz has got to win this here. Let's see if he can get it. He does. That's a great win from him to get him off the point. Boise State, they've only got 1 respawn left, it looks like. So they're in a spot now where Oregon's going to be able to throw some lives at them, and they got to start winning some gunfights. Practical does a good job here, kind of dancing around pillar. Gets found, but it's a good trade from Boise State. So now there's no respawns left. Practical's down. No, Practical's back up. Now there's no respawns left for Boise State. Oregon's got 2, so it's basically a 6-on-3 now, 5-on-3. Boise State winning some gunfights, but now it's just down to Perpsky. Can he win basically a 1-on-4? Well, Oregon's trying to cap the point. That's a good start, but not enough time to get him off.
That was a great middle game there for Boise State. Unfortunately, it just, the casualties did start to pile up, and I thought, unfortunately, unlike what Oregon did where they kind of camped Boise State in the spawn, Boise State did that for a couple times, but I'll say Little Booyah had a great flank after this best play, and that drew Boise State's attention all the way back to B, and the Broncos couldn't spawn camp and get ahead in respawns like we saw Oregon do.
Yeah, and you know what? That's where when you look at Oregon, they have the players to make individual plays, but also really just they've been together for a while. You can go on YouTube and find clips of them playing Black Ops 4 together. This same team, they've been playing together for a long time. They know when to rap, and they know when their teammates are going to do it. They've just got a great natural instinct. Oh no, Perpsky just stuck practical with the Semtex. That's not the way you want to start.
No, I mean, hopefully Boise State can, at least come back a little bit there. They did get 2 kills, but that's probably the worst start Boise State could have had in a Game 3 here, and if Oregon picks this up, they'll win the round and the series.
It's kind of funny. I think that's an inside joke for Boise State. They've had that happen a couple times, and you can see it looks like it's just kind of tilted them a little bit. They're starting to throw themselves at gunfights that are tough to win. That's a good win from Hat Trick, but they looks like they're frustrated. Oregon's got 3 down now, and rightly so. It's a tough start to a round, and they've had a tough start to the series. So you can see they're just kind of throwing their lives at Oregon right now, and Oregon is just taking full advantage. They're winning gunfights all over the map, and they're just playing aggressive, not letting Boise State get up and capture. Sometimes offense is the best defense for Oregon.
Yeah, I think Oregon has done a really good job. I don't know how many actually do have 7.4 use, but we've seen multiple times Hat Trick trying to push a hill with a Krieg 6, and he's in close range, and it doesn't work out for him. I think Oregon's done a really good job adapting. Z-Lost there with a nice little play.
Oh, man, and he's going to have a chance to get a third. Oh, that's a squad wipe for Oregon. Z-Lost with a great play there. He is just, oh, my goodness. He is going crazy right now in Boise State spawn. Boise State finally finds him, but at this point, Oregon has a huge respawn lead. I think, that is going to do it for the series.
Yeah, I think the tilt, you mentioned it. I think that really did affect him because when Z-Lost gets this, that should be a call-out from Yaz that he's right behind him. And you can see Boise State doesn't even look his direction. So I think at that point, the tilt was just too strong for Boise State.
Yeah, he got that big 3-piece, picks up the M4, finds a couple more, and the nade finally comes through along with some team shots. But that was one of the best 5 pieces that we've seen casting CCL, I think, Fish.
Yeah, if that grenade misses, I think he probably picks up a 6 and maybe a 7. It felt like he was just, he was feeling it there. And I think the tilt for Boise State had finally kind of hit full level. And you mentioned Oregon, an incredible team. They've been together, as you said, since Black Ops 4, which just feels like forever ago. I don't even, what's that, 3 Call of Duties ago at least? Yeah,
we had this one, Modern Warfare, and then Black Ops 4. It's been so long.
That's going to be so hard. Any sport, e-sport or not, the team that has the seniority that's been together, they're normally going to know exactly how the other one wants to play. And you mentioned Oregon's would drop, 2 maps, period?
Yeah, this is a team that they didn't quite make the rankings that came out today, but they're right on the cusp. And this is going to be a team that is not just good in the Pacific Division, but is going to be challenging at the national level for some of those grand prizes come the end of the year. This is a really good Call of Duty team.
Well, for Boise State, there were some bright spots. It felt like in Search they had a little bit of a few wins. They came really close, I think, in Game 2 of Control. It ended up coming down to a 1v3 for one of the members of Boise State. So it felt like there were a couple of bright spots being that close to a really talented team, but unfortunately Oregon's going to pick up the win. But that's not all we have tonight. We've got a ton more Call of Duty, and coming up next, it's going to be one that I am ready for. If you've been following the Boise State channel for a while, you know what ICCU did to, well, let's just say the thrown together Call of Duty team is the best way we put it. We're like, we don't really have an official team. Can you play COD? Can you play COD? Even I got roped into it at some point. It was just the has-beens, the second-hand Call of Duty team for Boise State, and ICCU ran over us. And now the real Boise State Call of Duty team in ICCU, they've got a match, and we're going to check that out coming up next. I cannot wait to see who's the best in the Treasure Valley. It's a big shout-out to Oregon, but we're not done. Who's best in the Treasure Valley, ICCU or Boise State? Find out next.
NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Legendary parts for legendary wins.
Actually, no, solid.
Welcome back into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're continuing on here. A little bit of a change up at the top. I've got Neil joining me now. Neil Chosen Wiley here with Michael Fisher to call probably the best game of the night. Chosen, you got really lucky. Now, you and Nappy weren't here for the, like I said, the makeshift Call of Duty. Hey, we got to play ICCU. Can you guys put together a team? We got crushed. Let me just tell you something. We got crushed.
How bad though? Like, did you call your mom afterwards, or like what happened?
I mean, like, it wasn't Oregon bad, but just like a little bit better.
Okay. So you didn't call your mom. You called your dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm catching on.
I didn't feel as bad as how Boise State probably felt after the Oregon game, but it was really, really, really close.
I mean, hey, as long as you know, what do they tell you in school, kids? As long as you give it your best shot, you know that's the no participation trophies.
No. Game like Call of Duty, like when you give it your best and you're still getting rolled, it just doesn't feel very fun.
Hey, as long as you don't throw the controller, I feel like that's a win. That is a win. As long as you do not lose money from your anger, you are winning in my book, and that's all that matters. But I'm really hyped to see. I mean, I feel like nobody knows too much about the ICCU team. Maybe it's just me.
I think it's just you because we've had them on a couple of times.
Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a casual. You're just new. You know, you haven't seen how we got here. ICCU, scrim Boise State in all their games.
Ooh.
Call of Duty. Definitely their best game. That we even had a ton of businesses came together right when Cold War came out. ICCU just absolutely creamed everybody in that one as well.
So basically stop underestimating them.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm getting the gist of, is not to underestimate them.
Don't underestimate them. And apparently, even when you have a big kid job, you could still be really, really good at Call of Duty, which is what your parents never tell you. Like, you keep playing those video games, you're not going to have a good job.
Man.
These guys have a good job, and they'll dunk you in Call of Duty.
They definitely ignored all their cuss outs, but go ahead.
But yeah, so here, this is what I was excited for. I heard that the teams got together. It's Boise State. It's ICCU here. Little bit of an in-between scrimmage. We'll have Boise State and Grand Canyon to wrap up CCL later on tonight. This one, not official CCL rules. We're going to play 3 straight hardpoint maps. Probably has the best action. Everybody loves Raid, and I'm ready to go to see, make sure the controls are right. You never want to go into a game. The worst thing for me, you can call me out if you want, Chosen. I'm a controller man to my death. Hate when I go into a game and I've got keyboard and mouse locked in. I just feel absolutely useless.
Really? That's yours? Mine, on the other hand, is the sensitivity. If my sensitivity is not right, it's all good.
Boise State with a decent start here. Does look like legit soldiers in for the Broncos. So I think their coach in as well, maybe trying to help out against ICCU. And right now, the Go Green team doing a really good job on this first hard point to make Boise State pay, but a great flank from Practical. He just gets found out at the last moment.
Golly, they caught him halfway through. Oh, caught him in 4K.
Pickle Fork and Waldo, a couple names Boise State fans and myself will recognize as guys who definitely put us in our grave. You see Dylan's got skills there as well. Practical all alone in laundry. He's going to push into multiple, and Idaho Central right now starting out pretty strong.
God, I'm loving the way Idaho Central's looking, but Boise State just has to get their confidence back from that Oregon match, and I think this is the game to get it. I hope. I'm praying.
You can see they've definitely learned. You've got Hat Trick on the 7-4U again. You've got Practical on the 7-4U. I mean, in the Oregon game, it was just Yaz who was fortunately not able to make this one. And you see Waldo there. Now he's on the XM4. So Boise State more at that short range, but coming off the first point, the Broncos ready for the rotation. We'll see how they hold out here in the kitchen. McDowdy trying to hold. Pickle Fork going to push in. Nice grenade.
Where's Waldo? I don't know, but he sounds like a great name. Great guy.
You can't lose to a guy who mantles into the window. Not going to be able to take down Legit Soldier at least. So Boise State does have a little bit better on the hard point here. It looks like on the swap to the next one, the Broncos should be in the lead. I'll be curious to see how quick ICCU is going to retreat to the next spot.
Ooh. It is not looking. Oh, I love Practical. God, he makes me feel broke with that diamond. Oh, he's reloading. Oh, I thought he caught him in 4K. Ooh, we love how this is going. Flashbacks don't phase us.
ICCU just feels scared to push in. They're going to try and rotate down to garage. Looks like Pickle Fork got a huge win. So the ICCU team, this is how they really punished the Boise State, the ragtag team, where they were able to know all of the rotations. Hardpoint, not our main game. Boise State does know the spots, but a great job here getting in set up in this garage. It's so hard to get through those cars with some of these angles.
Oh, but it looks like McDowdy doesn't care. He's going in there. Guns a-blazing, Rambo version. Ah, got hit.
Oh, Waldo. Looks like he saw. Looks like practice for
Waldo?
a moment. Oh, man. Well, all these guys with their diving camo. Practical still holding out over there. Looks like they're going to just let Idaho Central get right back in. McDowdy gets grenaded right in the face. Can't do much there. Puts his hands up. He's like, I can't do anything.
It was over. He's going to see. He's going to go talk to the heavens.
Practical taking way too long on this flank. Pushes around right into the bullets of Jay Frey, but Hat Trick bails him out. Boise State back in command of the hard point, but it's going to rotate soon. You can see Pickle Fork, Jay Frey, they're already moving over to the next spot.
See, that's the key in hard point. You have to know where the next spot is, and getting there is absolutely important. Getting the right camping spots.
Ooh.
I love that.
Nice little win from Legit Soldier there. Going to force ICCU on the back foot. This is a very back and forth game. Dylan Lowe's going to gun down one. Can't quite get Practical. McDowdy was there as well. Nice trophy system for Pickle Fork.
Got him.
Probably just they ducked a little longer, though. It is so hard to get through trophy systems.
Hey, man, trophy systems are the most overpowered thing in this game, and we know this. Oh, got him right in the chest. Caught him. Look at that 2v1. We love that. Look at the teamwork. Now we're seeing more teamwork. I think that has been limiting Boise State a lot in their last games.
Get the trophy system down. Got to win a gunfight, though. They get one against Pickle Fork, and ICCU on the back foot. 13 seconds left. I would expect them to rotate over to the new hardpoint, but it looks like it's going to be Boise State. It's Practical and Hat Trick already sitting towards mid. Here comes the rest of ICCU, and Boise State just feels like a step ahead right now.
You know, Boise State seems like they're ready. They're out looking for revenge right now. Revenge all year. Don't call it a comeback, please. Boise State is built like that.
They got to. Not only do they have to avenge the Oregon loss, they have to avenge me personally for what ICCU did to me in Modern Warfare. Absolutely just destroyed me. You can see Hat Trick going to jump in. There's a guy behind a rock, but it's not going to matter. Legit Soldier's going to gun down Pickle Fork. And Boise State feels like they're starting to pull away here from ICCU.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, like I said, we're out looking for revenge this time. ICCU will be listening to the Drake Marmer's room at the end of the night. Guaranteed. I believe. Bronco Nation, baby.
I don't know if Hat Trick swapped off the 7-4U or just picked up somebody's M4. You can see Dilla gets skills. He's trying to push in with the Krieg 6. Waldo with the M4, and ICCU just cannot find a way onto that hard point. They're going to already commit to the next rotation, and even though Waldo gets the kill, he's going to gun down his own teammate in the process.
Sheesh. Look at Hat Trick. Oh, he picked it up. He picked up the gun with the red dot sight, and he loves to see it. Really a lot of wall head glitching. We love to see it. Where's Waldo? Jeez, everybody can see him now. He's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, man, Boise State now split on the spawns. Does look like Practical got gunned down on the flank, so they'll start over in the garage. Waldo, they know where he is, but he's got a trophy system up there, so he'll trade 1-for-1 right around that white van. Great job by Legit Soldier getting the win there. Looks like McDowdy and Hattrick going on a little bit of a long mission here.
Yeah,
they're
they
going to bail
for
out.
show run 4 miles for this one, but hopefully it works out well. Ooh, it looks like it worked out kind of good. Hattrick with a great double kill. Let's see if McDowdy can finish it off.
Oh, man, they're going to force one behind the window. He'll get gunned down in the middle. Boise State, I thought this was going to be where maybe they pulled away, but it's actually Idaho Central. We can see the Broncos they got already 3 set up in the kitchen, so they're going to surrender the last ticks here. Pickle Fork with a huge win, though. Now, Boise State's got to be careful. ICCU could really blow this one open, but a great job catching Dylan in the middle of the reload.
Oh, caught him off guard, but then got caught off guard himself. So this is where Boise State really needs to get the teammate chemistry up again and really talking. Make sure everybody knows the corners and wall where everybody's going on.
Ooh, Waldo just got behind the corner in time. Boise State all trying to push from mid. Hattrick's going to be able to get one.
Great slide. Oh, got hit.
Thought he was going to be able to get Dylan. Got skills. Looks like Pickle Fork goes in. And now, I thought Pickle Fork was maybe going to rotate all the way to garage already. Neither team going to surrender that early. But Waldo just...
Where's Waldo?
He's just pre-firing.
Hey, man, it makes it look good. Kids, if you're watching, learn from Where's Waldo.
Don't check your corners. Just pre-fire your corners.
Facts. If you get lucky, you get lucky. Ooh.
Oh, barely got him. I thought McDowdy might have choked that one. He gets another one as well. Right as the hard point ends, you can see Practical and Legit Soldier in the bottom left of your screen have already rotated over. Here comes ICCU, but McDowdy and Hattrick can maybe flank them off here and sandwich them. They're going to do just that. They pick up a double kill off screen.
Ooh, great turn on by Practical. I mean, it's like he had a sixth sense. He knew he was coming there. Ooh, so close. Almost got him. Let's see what Dylan Got Skills is doing.
It's like a very even match between these two teams. The gunfight's incredibly even. Legit Soldier gets a nice little flank. McDowdy gets another one. Pickle Fork's going to slide onto the point to at least try and contest it.
He's got him. Oh.
Waldo, I don't know what Waldo was doing. Ran right past him. McDowdy doing a great job sort of trying to head glitch on the back of that van. Practical's now going to back him up. And Boise State's holding down garage. Very solid.
It was a must. It was needed after, ICCU just really came back in a great way by camping and getting everything right. Oh, great shot. Great shot. Practical seems locked in. He seems very locked in, and for me, he was the MVP for the BSU team versus Oregon, and he's out looking for revenge.
Pickle Fork already over on the courts, but he's lost a member, so he's going to hide in the house plant. Gets spotted out by McDowdy, who does some redecorating, and now Boise State's at a really good spot. They gun down Legit Soldier, and all of ICCU's got to run over, but Boise State and ICCU are coming down to the wire here in this race to 250.
I believe. I just want to tell that, Bronco Nation, I believe. Do you believe? That's the real question, because Dylan Got Skills. He looks like he's charging in. Oh, McDowdy gets shot from behind. Gotta talk.
I want to say I believe, but ICCU has absolutely run over me before, so I know exactly what they're capable of, so I almost can't get too confident. Until that says Boise State victory, I can't get too confident.
Tell me you don't believe in Legit Soldier. Legit Soldier, he heard your calls. He heard your crying.
I think Boise State's just going to rotate over to the statue or towards mid. I think that's the next rotation. I think that would be the better play. Legit Soldier's trying to get the last couple points here. Does get it, but maybe too little too late. Dylan Gets Skills going to gun down McDowdy, but Boise State's already redder in the middle here, and we're going down 226 to 226 here. Whoever controls this next hard point probably is going to be the winner, and that's a great win off point.
Dun, dun. Hattrick is really looking everywhere. 360 laying the sight. Will he get there? He sees him shooting. What will he do? Oh, got him right behind him.
I think Waldo's maybe playing a bit too safe. He was over on the statue. Dylan Got Skills coming to play. Absolutely clears out the hard point. Gonna get us back even, I think, at 236 aside. No, he's gonna go down at the very last moment. Legit Soldier's gonna slide in. McDowdy catches somebody in the reload, and Boise State, that might have been enough. I don't know if ICCU is going to get back in time. Waldo spending way too much time camping over on that statue. He's going to have to rush in. He's not going to make it in time. Contested. 249. Boise State needs one more win.
The fat lady has not sung yet. Man, let's keep going. Keep going, baby. All we need is one.
Boise State, they're going to go right over towards the statue. I don't know if ICCU is going to get there in time. No! 250 to 248. We've got to do two more of these, Chosen. I don't know if I can handle it.
I mean, I almost had a heart attack, but I believed.
You did?
They
I
heard
did not.
you. I told you, Boise State. They heard your cries. They'll be there. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a Bronco. Boise State, baby, we're here.
That was incredibly close. Like I said, I thought for a while that no one could stand up to ICCU. Boise State's doing their darndest, but they had to work for it. 250 to 248. We still got 2 more maps on hardpoint between these 2 teams. The Idaho Army National Guard at the end of the night brings us your top 5 plays. It's going to be very hard to pick from some of the amazing plays we've seen already, and still I'm sure there's some more yet to come. The Idaho Army National Guard invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. 250 to 248, down to the wire between Boise State and ICCU. Fish and Chosen here calling all the action. We've got 2 more left. This basically determines who's best in the Treasure Valley, Chosen. And I know you're all Blanco blue, but they're going to have to work for it in these next 2 maps.
Hey, man, if it was easy, anybody would do it. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. We don't want to blow out. Nobody wants to beat you and blow you out. We hear the people, the Bronco fans and gaming fans across the world want to see a good match. You know, Jordan Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You want to see, you want to see some competitiveness.
I feel I totally get you. I just, I don't. Look, for what ICU did not have a close game against us in Water Warfare. I mean, it was like, we were 50-point clubbing it on a couple of maps in hard points. So I wouldn't be upset if Boise State, kind of shuts them down.
Listen, in this story, the Broncos story, we're the protagonists, okay? That means everything goes our way.
We gotta fall just fat on our face. I'll take the punches to the gut, and then the new Broncos arise from the ashes, and we'll see what they could do here. Map number 2, it's Boise State, it's ICCU. Battle for the best in the Treasure Valley. Perhaps ICCU's finally met their match. We're going to go over to Checkmate now. Another one of these very, very tight maps, especially I think gunplay in the airplane is going to be very, very crucial.
Sheesh, whoever gets to the plane first, that is where you're going. Whoever gets to the plane first and sets up their trophy systems first. It's key. But you always have to watch the middle because people love climbing on the wings.
This looked like Hattrick's opted back for the Krieg 6. He was a big AK-74U guy last time we saw Oregon kind of maybe give Boise State the strat in hard point. Maybe you rely a little bit more on those short-range weapons. And Pickle Fork going to open up. Practical's hiding right behind. A couple of those bullets trying to get some bullet penetration going to miss, but Boise State's still going to get taken out first as Legit Soldier's going to fail the jump up on the plane wing.
Look at Hattrick. Hattrick is locked in. He cinched the wing. He heard what I was saying. He's tapped in. You got to always spray first. Gaming fans everywhere, spray the plane first. You might get lucky. And
it's so hard to get back to that plane. Practical with a nice flank onto Jay Frey. Because your head's going to pop up before you can actually see somebody. You can just get taken out before anyone sees you. Waldo's there. Dylan gets skills, just trying for the sandwich tactic, but all 4 Broncos taking a flight to somewhere. They're chilling in that middle cabin.
Sheesh, where's Waldo with the M4 once again?
Trying for the random spray. Everybody's done it. Practical's laying down. Still can't find it with the spray. ICCU realizing it's a lost cause. They're just going to rotate over to the next one.
Facts. Listen, I don't like to tell people to quit, but it's not called quitting. It's called taking another route. They're going to the hard point. They got it down. Let's see what Hattrick can do.
That was a clean, I think, 31-0 for Boise State. And not what I expected after that first map was so tightly contested. Practical and Hattrick going to get a couple more. You can see Boise State 3-0 on Practical. Everybody else about 500. Waldo's 4-1, who was definitely the anchor for Idaho Central, and I mean in a good way, not holding the team down. He's who you got to watch out for. But the rest of ICCU definitely struggling against Boise State right now.
See, you don't jinx this, man. We started off 31-0. Now it's 34-30. And rising as we go. Hattrick is taken down with the quickness. McDowdy is up. Let's see if he can take out Where's Waldo or anybody for that matter.
Yeah, ICCU's done it. Both teams have done a really good job of they absolutely get smashed on a hard point, but they immediately rotate over to the next one, and they're ready to cap it. They make it so hard for the other team to get back. We haven't seen a lot of hard point shifting hands. You can see Hattrick, the rest of Boise State already on that plane for the rotation. They're going to try and hold ICCU out. Great pick there on the Dylan good skills as well as Waldo. Pickle Fork going to push in.
Oh!
He knew he was there. Can't quite get him. Practical back to that nice little spot he's got right there.
Hit him right in the chest. Practical doing a great job in the plane. You can camp kids, but not too long. You got to always be on the run, but he gets blasted right in the face with Dylan got skills. Oh, he gets taken down as well.
Oh, that feels good for McDowdy. Even though it gets taken out, was his first kill. Gets rid of the donut there. That always feels good. You can take a little bit of pressure off. Jay Frey going to reload. Can't quite win the gunfight. ICCU barely controlling the point. McDowdy going to try and push in. No trophy system, so he's able to grenade it out, but he's going to walk right into Waldo's bullets.
I just want to shout out McDowdy for wearing an LA jacket, California. But Practical is back in the game. He's locked in. Practical is really the captain of the team, I would say. He's always on top. And McDowdy with a great one kill. Got one. Where's Waldo? Once again, back at it again. ICCU. He's, like you said before, he's the anchor of the team.
Yeah, 10-3 on a 5-kill streak. I will say I feel for McDowdy. I think anyone who's ever loaded up Call of Duty's been there. You're 1-8. You're just pressing to try and help out the team. He's going to get in a gunfight in Jay Frey and win that one, which is huge, right on the hard point rotation. Boise State's starting to lose a little bit of control of this map. Not going to be able to get Dylan get skills. It's a 3-piece combined for Idaho Central. They're right back on the hard point, but Boise State doing a great job, at least trying to limit their numbers.
Sheesh, I'm proud of McDowdy because, man, he was 1 for 8. And usually when you start off that bad, 2 more kills and you're ready to go home. You're ready to leave the match. But he obviously can't do this right here. And Where's Waldo with another double kill. Great. Head glitching, but looking all around, staying aware of his surroundings. Phenomenal.
This kind of reminds me of the match that we had last week chosen against the UCCS, where it was all Metro FPS kind of hard carrying the team. If Boise State could find a way to take down Waldo, I think the rest of ICCU might crumple around him. But when he's 12-5 and he's popping off like that, most kills in the game, best KD by a long shot, it's so hard to be able to get on the hard point. It's already rotating, and ICCU really pulling away with this one.
See, you're bringing back nightmares for me. You said last week. Oh, gosh, that... Anyway, let's not bring up fast things. Let's look at Jay Frey. Jay Frey looks out here. He takes out the trophy system, looking up immediately because he knows the enemy's coming. Boise State, another one right to the head. It looks like we've lost the momentum. The momentum that you don't believe in has been just totally switched. ICCU is dominating at this point.
Yeah, I thought that after that first point, I'm like, wow, Boise State's maybe figured out ICCU. They went up 31-0. Now you see it's even Jay Frey on a 5-killing streak. Hat-trick's going to push in. This feels like a... just get ready for the next hard point kind of Boise State. You're just running right into your depth. Jay Frey doing the best he can to almost appear as he's mounted like it's Modern Warfare 2. Almost saw Practical there on the wraparound. He's going to get a couple, but those are just feel-good kills. I don't think Boise State's going to be able to get on the points. They're going to rotate back, and playing last time was their strong point. We'll see if they can repeat it.
He said feels good kills. Doesn't do anything but makes you feel good on the inside because you at least killed somebody. Oh, and what a great hit. Legit Soldier is still trying to be locked in. He's not trying to throw it in. But the M4A1 has been a monaco for this entire game. But the plane is usually Boise State's place. So let's see how long we can hold it.
It's just so hard. I mean, you can see from Pickle Fork, your head comes up that ramp before your gun does. It's just so hard. If he sprays through that wall, he would actually murder Practical. That's been Practical's favorite spot in the plane. Jay Frey going to try for it. He's got a Bronco right to his left. Didn't even see him.
Blasted. Once again, you know who it is. The MVP. Where's Waldo is... He's everywhere. Whenever you need him, he'll be there.
Practical's just contesting. Surprised ICCU just has it sprayed through that wall. That has been his go-to hiding spot. Jay Frey's going to peek around it, but he's going to get taken out by McDowdy, who picks up a double kill.
Practical's just trying to hold it to where nobody can get points. But where's Waldo? Oh, my gosh. Somebody got to find this man.
Oh, there's a nice little pick there. McDowdy trying his best to come back. Going to get Dylan get skills as well. And now it's on to this next hard point. This is where everything went bad for Boise State, was on this second hard point. ICCU just absolutely ran away, but the Broncos there first. We'll see if they can hold it.
They have the spawn, so let's see. But there is no trophy system thrown. I'm very surprised by this. Dylan got skills. Oh, wow. Let's see what he can do because he knows that one of his teammates just died.
I do think my favorite part for ICCU is they all are matching operators right now. Feels like they truly are all on the same team. And it's working so far, but Boise State with a nice little comeback here, and now this is where ICCU kind of feels like they're stuck out to dry. Legit Soldier going prone. I don't know if Pickle Fork actually saw him. He sprayed him for a little bit. Now he's going to get gunned down.
Blasted all in the face. Don't peek, boy. Do not peek at all. We are not playing hide and seek. We will find you.
This feels like maybe ICCU's turn to run for the hills, prepare for the next hard point. They have not been able to crack Boise State's defense. Maybe they can get on the plane first. McDowdy going to try and make a run for it. Going to back off. There's an ICCU member right to his left.
Oh, at least he took him out before he did. Hat-trick. Has to kill that. He has to win that gunfight. Waldo, once again, we're looking at the MVP for ICU. Even though he's not the top of their list, the watchers know who the real MVP is. Oh, great kill by Hat-trick.
Nice
Hat-trick has to go crazy right now.
Waldo knows where he is. But he just gets gunned down, unfortunately. Hattrick's still alive, actually. Waldo gets taken out by somebody else. And ICCU's communication falls a little bit on deaf ears there, as nobody knew where Hattrick was.
Oh, he's a ghost. Great headshot by Dylan Gaskins. I mean, that was got him right in the head. Practical knows there's an incoming fire. He's looking straight. Let's see if he can catch somebody lacking. Looking for his head.
Man, these long-range gunfights tonight for Boise State have just not gone their way. Now Jay Frey's laying in the middle.
Man, he can cook up some popcorn down there. And does anybody see him? They got him.
Next hard point. You can see it looks like Hattrick took down Pickle Fork. They were both over on the next hard point. So Boise State's going to have initiative on this hard point. Nice flank by McDowdy, getting back in the game with a double kill. Always love to see it from 0-7 to 16-24. Boise State will take that. Pickle Fork going to have a great flank here. But Boise State, when they've gotten on the hard point, have done a really good job just holding.
It's all good, man. McDowdy's a grower, not a shower, man. Give him time. Pickle Fork. Oh, legit soldier. We're back to legit soldier. Look at them holding down the flank. He's making sure that nobody comes his way. But Jay Frey seems like he's adamant about breaking this.
And neither team has been able to break a team's hold on the hard point. Boise State has had a couple of just impressive hard point holds. So has Idaho Central, and that's a big reason why they have the slight lead. But much like last map, as we get down to the final moments, it's getting a lot more tense. Pickle Fork going to get gunned down, and looks like ICCU is probably going to try and rotate over to the next one, but you can see Hattrick already there. Now he'll back off and maybe try and bait ICCU onto it and get a nice little flank.
Dylan, anything in the airplane. I'm surprised he didn't spray at all. He's trying to be conservative, not let anybody know where position is. He's going for the flank. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, we're back to where's Waldo, the MVP of the game. He seems to know where everybody is at all times. Oh, got him. Great kill.
Waldo is definitely fallen apart. He went from 18-8 to 19-5. Everyone's had 19-15. Everyone's had those games where you start out hot and then you just absolutely fall apart. The reverse McDowdy, if you will.
Reverse McDowdy.
With Waldo struggling, ICCU also has started to struggle. Boise State should be able to take the lead back here, which is something I did not think was possible about a minute ago.
You gotta have faith, and the momentum has definitely switched once again. When you said Waldo, as long as you take down Waldo, you said he was the core of their team. You take the top guy down, everything falls. Rome never fell in one day.
Boise State back in the lead. They might even have a little bit more comfortable victory than last time. It's back on the plane, which has been...
he tried the job shot, didn't go all the way down, got hit in the head. Happens to the best of us.
You know, I'm kind of glad he didn't win the drop shot. Nobody likes drop shotters. We'll see if Boise State can win the plane once again. They have been undefeated on the plane, but Jay Frey's doing a great job. Can Practical get into his little hidey hole there on the other side of Jay Frey? For now, it doesn't appear like it. ICCU is going to make it. They can win. Either team can win off this with a clean hard point, and Idaho Central credit getting really close.
Somebody better do something. McDowdy, Practical, come on, guys.
Can't just slide to your death. Waldo's camping the stairs there. McDowdy's trying to do what he can. Idaho Central's going to probably win this. I mean, Boise State can maybe contest for just like a brief moment here. Practical's going to try. He's got to get on the hard point. There's a trophy system right in front of him that he threw a grenade past. You're in the heat of the moment. Great play by Hattrick just to contest that. Practical gets back to his spot.
That's key. Is there still hope? There's still hope.
Still hope. It was a great play. I think it was by McDowdy to lay prone so his head was in the hard point and keep it contested. And now we're going to go over to a rotation, and Boise State looks like they've won the battle over there. The Broncos might once again just barely win.
Steal. We love to see it. Never count us out. Where's Waldo is going to try to do everything he can. He's looking right. He's looking. Look back left. Oh, it's too late.
Didn't even see him. Dylan gets skills. Not going to see him as well. And Boise State's second map in a row. Barely going to squeak out a win. And like I said, I think it was McDowdy. It might have been Hedrick. Makes an absolutely awesome play to contest the hard point on the plane long enough for Practical to be able to get in, and Boise State able to win at the very, very end.
They won the battle. We won the war. They can have best play.
Boise State. I mean, these are two really evenly matched teams. I have to wonder if before Boise State founded their esports team, if Doc called ICCU and was like, hey, do you guys have any college eligibility left? Because we have a Call of Duty team and we could use some talented players. But right now, Boise State barely pulling out ahead. The beatdown by Boise State still coming your way. We've got Dragon Ball FighterZ Z this weekend, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to wrap up February, the in-person finals held at Boise State on March 6th. If you want to get interested in the first fighting tournament Boise State's had, there's still a couple of chances. Go to smash.gg, the beatdown Boise State. This one, not so much a beatdown here chosen. This is a very, very close. I mean, we're almost trying to see if we could just tie in hardpoint at this point. That's how close this has been.
So basically, you're saying you were the weak link.
Yeah, I was.
You were the weak link last time.
Yeah, that was it.
That's what I'm seeing now is that, don't get me wrong, ICCU is a great team, but we're just a little bit better. You know, just
I don't know if you know you can make it that small.
World's tiniest violin. You know, we as long as we make it past to get the dub, that's all that matters. It's not about how much you win by, as long as you got the W. Get the job done, kids. That's what you're going to learn when you go into the job field. That's not about how you do it.
As long as you get it done,
you'll get called back. Guaranteed.
Get it done better than the guy you're going against, even if it's by 2 points or 3 points. I mean, I would like them to win by a little bit more. I don't want it, especially this one where they had to come back from like 247 to 203. That one was a little bit more nail-biting than I would have liked. But, yeah, it does feel like I have to root for ICCU chosen just so I can say, well, I wasn't the problem, clearly. Like, now it seems like I am the problem, and that's not what I want to admit.
It does. Listen.
No one wants to admit, like, especially like a game of Call of Duty, like, no one wants to admit, like, yeah, I'm the weak league. Like, when I go to bed, the team gets better. Like, you don't want to admit that.
Listen, you're not the weak link. You're very special.
Oh, thank you.
You're very special. Very, very special. I want you to know that. You know, it just seems that Boise State went back after the Oregon loss and understood that teammate chemistry and talking is very key. And every now and then they kind of weasel back to ISO gaming, but they got it back.
Well, we're on to our last hardpoint map between Boise State and ICCU. We'll have to see if at some point we can put together a true CCL competition in a best of 5, but this is better than nothing. Right now, Boise State barely ahead of ICCU for best of the Treasure Valley. We're going to Moscow, a map we have not seen so far in CCL.
Moscow, people's favorite. Some people's.
You know some interesting people. I'll tell you that. It's not Miami. I'll give you that much at least.
Whoa. Nobody likes Miami. If you like Miami, leave him alone. Okay, leave him alone. If he likes Miami, leave him alone. You probably shouldn't play with him.
No, 100% never playing with a guy who's like, I'm voting Miami here. But Moscow has some interesting sight lines, especially in that middle. And I'll be very curious to see. This is the man I want to watch. When Waldo was popping off, ICCU was in the lead. He kind of fell apart in the second half. And Boise State took advantage of that.
Choked. Where's Waldo? But Practical, leader of the team. Let's see what he can do. Diamond shining. Ooh, makes me feel broke. I'm still broke from Valentine's Day. But Practical with a great shot. Start off 1v1. Oh, Waldo's taken down already. Patrick, let's see what he's about.
Patrick, yes. Patrick had a sneak. I think he had best KD in the game last time, or in the last map at least. So maybe hat trick. Showing a little bit of what he brings to Boise State's team. He will get gunned down, though. Another one for Pickle Fork, but he's going to get flanked, and the team's... It's a hot start for Boise State. It feels like the third map in a row, and now we'll see if ICCU is going to have another comeback like we've seen the last 2 times.
You know, you got to make it interesting. You know, the people got to see something. We're in the entertainment business. It's all about for the fans in the chat. Ooh, Pickle Fork. Let's see what he's up to. Ooh, head glitch. Bounce. And we're back to practical. Practical season takes him down easy. Obviously didn't know where the guy was.
Boise State on the a little bit ahead of ICCU, I guess you could say. Now finally, McDowdy's going to hop onto the point after they gunned down the rest of ICCU. And Moscow right now feeling very Boise State favored. The score very close, but it feels like the Broncos have definitely been dominating the kill feed. You see a couple of 1 and 3s, 1 and 5s. Broncos making ICCU pay for those last couple of matches.
We don't forget anything, okay? We all want revenge. And on Moscow, it's about getting to the right spots first. That is key. Then, you know, you got to move around, move your head, hide and seek, peekaboo, the classics. Legit Soldier gets taken down easy in the window. Practical. Ooh. I'm glad the trophy system's up.
He's got a couple of guys around him if he can get a nice flank. Jay Frey wins that one, but he's going to retreat. The hard point moving soon. You can see ICCU already on the move back. Practical is in a very interesting spot, though. He's between Dylan Got Skills and the hard point. I think Dylan Got Skills is going to be in a spot he does not want to be in. Doesn't look like he was seen, though, by McDowdy. Practical going to get taken down, and now ICCU comfortably putting themselves on this third hard point.
There's Waldo with the Krieg, but I didn't see a red dot sight on it. I'm very surprised. Usually people love the red dot sight on it, even though the aim is amazing. Then I got skills head glitching, turning around, making sure he covers all angles. Hat-trick. Oh, turn around. Ah. Didn't hear him. It's okay, though.
Oh, Practical can't find it either. You've got Pickle Fork camping in the very back there for any sort of attempted flank. And once again, ICCU, they kind of get kicked in the teeth a little bit early to start, and then they find their way back in. Nice trophy system there, and Waldo gets taken down. Not been his best game, and I think that's a big reason why Boise State is in the spot that they are. Patrick going to get another one. I don't know if he got around the corner in time. Looks like he just barely did.
It seems like ICCU is like a fine wine. They get better with age. So, oh, the longer the game goes, the better they get. But it seems that BSU always has an answer at the end of the game, no matter what.
Now, this is the best start we've seen for Boise State. Usually ICCU has dominated the middle game and almost started to pull away from Boise State, and then the Broncos get 1 or 2 points. But this one has been all Boise State. Legit Soldier shooting the wrong spot on the bus, but his teammate will help him out and take down Jay Frey, and they're just defending the hard point. And first one to 100 here, and ICCU. Waldo maybe get back on the board, picks up 1 with the Krieg 6. I don't know how he's seeing anybody through that iron sight from that angle, and he doesn't get more than hit markers.
Yeah, he made me feel blind because I don't see anybody. I'm like Helen Keller out here.
I don't know who he's shooting at.
Hey, sometimes you got to shoot just to shoot. You know, you got to wing it. That's
It does impress me, the lack of red dot sights or really any sort of sights by these players. I mean, like you said, it makes me feel blind because I'm like, if I don't have a red dot sight, I can't see anything past like right in front of my face. Like anything but a shotgun, if there's not a red dot sight on it, I'm not seeing anything. Waldo, once again, no red dot on the Krieg 6. Doesn't feel like he really has an entrance. Tries to grenade out, nobody there. Hat-trick's going to see him. Didn't even, maybe that's why he put the sight on.
Oh, my God. See, I don't know if you can say that. This is why you were the weak link. So this is why you're the weak link. You can't see with the red dot sight. I think, I was hoping you got somebody. Oh, my God. You got to turn around. Always look left, look right, kids, when you cross the street. Oh, hat-trick. Making a flank. He didn't see him, but he's getting to the right position right now.
Might be able to pull off the flank there. Dylan gets skills, gets gunned down. Boise State going to make their way back to the mid, but Pickle Fork's camping it out.
I don't know. It just seems like Boise State has this game. I feel like this is their game. Don't want to jinx it, though. Ooh, Pickle Fork didn't even see him.
Oh, I don't know how he didn't see him. I mean, the blue outline helps me. I probably wouldn't have seen him in real time either. They do make it a little bit easier for me. Practical with a nice little gunplay there. Looks like Waldo's going for the flank. Practical's not going to see. Oh, I think he saw him, just barely clipped him. And I don't know if Waldo knows.
That man. Oh, Waldo. Oh, yep, he's taken down.
Good communication right there. Legit Soldier probably had a call for Practical. Great job by the rest of the team. Pickle Fork trying to scrounge up some points there for ICCU. Hat-trick going to get taken out. Legit Soldier and Dylan Good Skills going to gun out each other. And now ICCU maybe trying to make their way back in. Dylan Good Skills turns around for McDowdy to make sure that it's not a clean win from ICCU.
Sheesh, what I'm noticing right now is the key factor of the game that you talked about. Where's Waldo? 3-9. Sheesh.
I mean, he was 18-8 at one point, and he has just absolutely collapsed for Idaho Central, and that is a big reason why. The Broncos pretty comfortably in the lead right now. Pickle Fork's going to pick up 1. Dylan got skills 13-12. Definitely feels like Boise State has put ICCU in a very uncomfortable spot. I'd have to guess the Broncos picked Moscow because Idaho Central feels like they're definitely the guys who make sure they vote against Moscow almost as much as they vote against Miami.
Hey, like you said, Where's Waldo has collapsed. And what do they say when the going gets rough? I forgot. I didn't pay attention that much. But, we got the gist of it. Jay Frey's, this is a key factor right here. This could be the game because the first people that get here is key. It's very hard to flank on this specific sector of hard point, but Pickle Fork trying to get to the right position. Oh, good shot. Gets taken down immediately. Hat-trick laying down, waiting for somebody to come by to jump on him.
Legit Soldier in a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Dylan Good Skills immediately gets taken down. Doesn't look like Boise State can win off this one, but they get incredibly close. Waldo didn't even see Practical and gets just absolutely eliminated. Hat-trick was holding it down the whole time. McDowdy going to get another one. Nice to see him in the positive side of things after that last map. And Boise State could easily wrap things up and not even allow ICCU in that 100-point club, which would be a huge win, especially how those last 2 games went.
Wow. So basically, You were the weak link. This is what I'm hearing. That's all
I was the weak link. I mean, it was really close for a while. Like, felt like, okay, maybe it wasn't all my fault. But now, Boise State just absolutely annihilating ICCU. They got to win this point. They didn't even make it over there in time. McDowdy head glitching. I don't even think Waldo saw him. He's going to get gunned down in the bus. McDowdy going to pick up another one. Can he make it 3? He's got to retreat and reload, but in a perfect spot there, making it so hard for him to shoot. And it looks like Boise State's going to wrap this one up in a lot quicker fashion than our last two. McDowdy on the 5 killing streak to end it, and Boise State 3-0 ICCU in hard point there. And that last one, not even close.
Ooh, it's a blowout. What did they tell you at the YMCA? You go home and you practice. McDowdy with great best play. Got him in the bus. Please, thank you. He didn't put any quarters in the bus. He had to get on.
I'm impressed. I mean, like those first 2 games, I was like, okay, ICCU is as legit as I thought. Then this Boise State team in that last game definitely let me know that I would not stand a single chance against the Call of Duty team of Boise State, even if they were probably playing blindfolded. Of course, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasters. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn you scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Yeah, probably the fact Boise State won now and didn't win this time, big reason why I chose it. I'm up here and not on the sticks.
Hey, listen, it's all good. I'm up here with you too. So obviously I can't do it either. Okay, I can't practice like that. But I'm gonna tell you when you need to practice. Best believe that. But BSU dominating win over ICCU. The first 2 games were close, but the last game really showed the difference. Come on now, give me something for the Boise State.
Yeah, that last game. I mean, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna have like another 250 to 249 this time, but no, Boise State definitely put the pressure on. Maybe they should pick Moscow more often. Maybe they should have picked Moscow against Oregon.
We had to make it entertaining. I'm telling you, we had to make it entertaining for the fans, for the gamers out there. Make everybody a little sweat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get a little, ooh. And then you saw who collapsed. Where's Waldo? Collapsed. Yep. The pressure got to him. He couldn't handle it. He started shaking, got the shakes. It was downhill from there.
That was a great job by Boise State, and the good news for them, they can parlay this into our next match. It's our final matchup of the night. It's Boise State versus Grand Canyon. It's back to CCL. I would love to see how ICCU's team would do in the CCL against guys who are probably half their age, but I digress. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and the Broncos make it 2 in a row to end on the night. We'll see Boise State versus Grand Canyon in CCL coming up after this short break.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
legendary parts for legendary wins.
Well, I mean, you know, hello and welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're here for a little bit more CCL action. It's Boise State facing off against Grand Canyon University for our third and final match of the CCL. Can the Broncos come out on top? We're going to find out here to finish the night off. I'm here with Neil. He's joining me, and I'm Riley Nappy Boyd. We're going to be watching, like I said, Boise State taking on Grand Canyon. And Neil, we saw two matches tonight. We've seen Boise State play University of Oregon. Didn't go so hot. Then we saw them play Idaho Central Credit Union. Boise State showed they were the best in the Treasure Valley. What was your takeaway from watching Boise State and Oregon and transitioning into Boise State versus ICCU?
Well, the basics. We're better than ICCU.
Yes, sir.
ICCU needs to go home and practice. And we need to do whatever Oregon does. Whatever they eat, whatever they drink, when they wake up, what do they do? What do they wear? Their underwear. You know what I'm saying? We need to do everything they need to do because Oregon, their teammate chemistry was amazing. It seems like Boise State really found that butt kicking taught them that they need to talk to each other. They need to talk.
I think you're right on there. I think the communication from Boise State, that's been a focal point for them for the last couple of weeks, and hopefully they can get that going again here against Grand Canyon. So we are in the Collegiate Call of Duty League. There's 180 teams. We have a 2-month regular season. We're playing best of 5 for these series. It is 4v4. We have 3 gameplay types, which is hardpoint control and search and destroy. It's over $20,000 in prize money going towards scholarships and other things for these students. That's a lot of money. And these teams are spread out by regions. Boise State, Grand Canyon, Oregon as well. They are in the Pacific Division. Right now, Boise State sitting just outside of that chance to get into the top 6. Grand Canyon sitting in 6th place right now. So they are in the upper bracket. And, of course, goes without saying, University of Oregon, they're number 1. Neil, you've seen Boise State play a couple times now. What do you think? What's the chance for them to go on and get up there? Well, we'll get that answer from you here in a sec. Don't forget, this is Boise State versus Grand Canyon in some Black Ops Call of Duty Cold War. Going to be getting into, looks like map 2, I think, is what we're going to be starting with. So, Neil, Chosen, when you look at Boise State here getting into this Miami Search and Destroy, what are you looking for to see some changes from that last CCL match?
The teammate chemistry. We have to call out. I mean, they got flanked by Oregon. Dude had like a 5 people kill easily. Nobody called him out. Nobody saw him. It was very depressing, but it's going to be a tough one because Miami, I don't know about you, but I hate Miami. Gosh.
Yeah, not one of my favorite maps. They've made it a little bit lighter since the game came out, but it's still really, it's a dark map and it's tough. Without snipers, though, it does kind of open it up after that's been GA'd. We're hopping on board with Shades here from Grand Canyon. He's going to take the bomb. And it looks like we're going to see a B push here. That's not surprising. You see a lot of teams do that. Boise State's going to have a 3v1 split push. Looks like they're sending Hat Trick over towards 6. And Shades is going to be up in top piano room looking to see if he can find a quick pick. But Hat Trick with the first blood, and that is so important in Search and Destroy, finding those first bloods.
Ooh, shout out my man Nelly. He's getting hot in here. Proud of him right there. Oh, he's head glitching, waiting to catch somebody. Shades, once again, like you said, oh, he gets caught lacking.
It's a good win from Practical there, too, to get Boise State that 4v2 advantage. Nelly, like you said, wrong part of the South there. That's we're in Miami, not Georgia for Nelly. He needs to get up to Hotlanta, I think. But you see Veximity is just hanging out there in top piano. He's going to be looking to see if Boise State gets aggressive. Boise State doesn't know this, but obviously GCU does. The bomb is down. So Boise State in a 4v2. Veximity gets the bomb, and he gets the win on Practical. And then there's another one coming through. Nelly finds McDowdy. You see McDowdy coming in for Yaz in this series. So now it's a 2v2. Boise State finds a win with Perpsky. Veximity's going to be hanging out on the bomb. He's going to be in a 1v2. Boise State's got to find a way to hold on. Veximity does well to get the win. Boise State's going to have time to get the defuse. That was a really good round of Search there from Boise State.
Sheesh, that was a lot of action. I'm not going to lie to you. Great calling. Everything we looked, somebody was dropping. You look left, you look right. Oh, he's gone. Never to be seen again. Boise State, great win.
Yeah, and if you're Boise State, you did a really good job of just hanging back. You know, that B site, it's not very wide. There's not a lot of places to look. So Boise State did such a good job of just hanging back and letting GCU kind of push up. Boise State won the gunfights they needed to. That was the difference from when they played Oregon, I would say, Chosen.
Yeah, they're definitely taking it more, I would say, more slow approach, more confident. I feel like they're more confident that they know that this is not the #1 ranked team. Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. I think you're spot on knowing that this is a little bit more of an even matchup. I think they've had a chance to regain, and I think that's going to be good for Boise State. We're on board with Nelly here. He's heading over towards B-Bomb. Looks like Boise State's going to be sending all towards B-Bomb. You see it's a 3v1. That's pretty traditional. You're seeing for both these teams, GCU sends a 3 split. Ooh. Boise State with 4. There's a first blood, though. That's Boss finding McDowdy with that M4.
Nelly, oh my gosh, he has the tissues and lotion out. Veximity, it does too as well. Gosh, he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay there until somebody's father comes back with milk. But Boss is still looking back. He's going back and forth, checking bomb. And
you see Boise State, they're just playing this really slow, and obviously McDowdy had died with bomb, so Practical gets to pick it up here. And like you said, Veximity and Nelly both are just kind of hanging out, waiting to see if Boise State pushes. And what they don't see, Shades is coming in on a little bit of a wrap here. He's going to be coming through back spawn, and Boise State's got to be aware of this because now they're already in a 3v1. Shades is going to maybe be able to find Hat-Trick, but Hat-Trick gets the first kill. Nelly knows where Hat-Trick is now. He's been called out. Hat-Trick finds a second on Veximity, and all of a sudden, this is down to a 1v2. Let's see if Hat-Trick can find these next two.
I don't know. Nelly's like a 3 little pigs. He's not moving at all. He's in the brick house. Oh.
Good movement, though, from Hat-Trick. Oh, and he just, you know what? There's the team shots. That's a tough spot to be in. If you're Hat-Trick, you can't do much there. You're getting pinched. You're getting called out. He did a really good job to get that down to a 4v2, but yeah, he's a nice little 2v. That's such a cheeky little angle there from Hat-Trick, too. What? Those are great shots from him.
I would have raged right then and there. I mean, he shot him through like 3 walls. I believe in engineers. I feel like they made buildings better.
Monitor goes out the window for me if I'm dealing with that. I think I would agree with you, Chosen. That's a tough situation to be in if you're Veximity there. We're going to be with Perpsky here. You see he's going to be pushing up as well towards Piano. You see Boise State and GCU, everyone's favoring this B site. A's so open on this map that in 4v4 competitive Call of Duty, it's almost impossible to play. Practical's looking through this van window here. This has been a trademark of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. A lot of players like to use these van windows just so you don't see much but their head. He does well to step out and win the first gunfight on Boss, and that's first blood for Boise State.
Sheesh, never trust a white van, kids. As they tell us, don't take no kids from strangers either.
True story.
Persky looking around, looking through corners, making sure he gets the right position. McDowdy once again looking up. He's waiting for somebody to pop up.
That little off angle there for McDowdy. Most people check the left side. McDowdy's hanging out on right. Hat-Trick's looking over on A. He wants to see, and he's going to make a good read here because it looks like GCU's looking to wrap this towards A. Veximity wins a big gunfight and gets the trade on Hat-Trick. Now the bomb's wrapped over to A. Boise State's B committed, and GCU's going to have a chance to get the bomb down, and this is going to be such a tough retake for Boise State because the bomb site is going to be so open. With no smokes, Boise State's going to have to win all their gunfights before they can get a defuse.
3v2 though, I believe. And I believe in Boise State. Looks like it's a flank to the right. Ooh, turn around, turn around, turn around. Ah, he never turned. Let's see if Percy can seize him. Oh, he sees him. He's running. Oh, good, great turn. Great
good
turn.
Win from Perpsky.
Don't you love that move, the jump turn? Shout out every Call of Duty fan.
True story. True story. And that was enough to win Boise State that round. And they did a good job of winning those individual gunfights. They took that how you need to because that A site is just so open. It makes it almost impossible to be able to do anything if there's still someone alive because you can hold it down. There's so many little head glitches from Sailboat, from top building there. And those are, wow, elite shots from Veximity with the M4.
Wow. This is why we hate the M4A1. It's everybody's greatest enemy. But everybody uses it.
Yeah, those are impressive shots there from Veximity. Looks like for Boise State, Hat-Trick is 5-2 right now. He's having a great start to this map. We're hopping on board now. It looks like McDowdy, who did sub in for Yaz for this series, so a little different look for Boise State. Looks like Boise State might be looking at an A push. This is the first time that we've seen a team go straight A. You see 8 for Boise State. Perpsky's hanging out over, trying to maybe make a little bit of noise there on B, and he's done a good job because Grand Canyon is not looking at B. They're going to find the info here in a second, but for now, Boise State slowed down the defense, and look at that. You see there's a call out. Grand Canyon, you see all 3 of those players almost in unison. Rotate over to the B site. Hat-Trick's hanging out in top hotel. Boise State now, they got found out. It's going to be a matter of who can win the big gunfights off the head glitches.
Sheesh, 45 seconds left. The bomb needs to get planted. Boise State has to choose somewhere. But because they shot, like you said, they made them move. Because we all know Nelly was not going anywhere. He loves that spot. He loves sitting in one place. He reads a book. It's classic. Hat-Trick looks like he's head glitching, trying to figure things out. Perpsky's looking around. Oh, got him. Caught him in 4K. Oh,
That's a good trade from Veximity, but Boise State, you know what? They got split up now, so it's going to be a matter of can that bomb get down at A? And it looks like they might be trying to wrap this back towards B. Nope, McDowdy's still got the bomb, and he's going to go down. So Boise State, they were in a tough spot there. They got split up 2-2, and Grand Canyon did a fantastic job of recovering and winning the gunfights that they needed and keeping Boise State separated so there was no way for Boise State to wrap.
See, that's what we talked about earlier. Teammate chemistry and team talking. They split up. They looked like they were undecided about where to go. The bomb was never planted. They had time to do it and just never got it done. But let's see what they do. Now they're on the defense. Defense seems... Oh, no, wait. Are they still... Nope, they're still planting the bomb. I'll take that back.
And it looks like we're on board with Nelly here. He is Grand Canyon's captain. And you know what? Throughout the year, he has struggled a little bit. His search numbers are down under a 1 KD. It's going to be important for him to show leadership. And again, here comes GCU. Now they're countering with their own A push. It's a 4-man commit towards A. They're going to be going to try and get this bomb down quick. You see Shades pushing up Beach. Nelly's going to be hanging out on the boat. He's going to see if he can get it quick. Boise State doesn't have all but one. It's just McDowdy over or excuse me, not McDowdy. It's Hat-Trick over here, but he's so far deep, he's not going to see it. Grand Canyon gets the quick down. Hat-Trick does well to win that fight. It is a 4v2, but you can see Nelly's here on that boat. That is a tough head glitch. We saw Celium from Atlanta FaZe clutch a couple of big wins this weekend in the CCL, and you see right there why. That head glitch is almost impossible. It's Nelly now. He's in a tough spot. McDowdy does well to wrap and win that gunfight, though, and Boise State's going to get the round.
Oh, like I said, Boise State is better at defending than they are attacking, it seems.
I think you're onto something there.
I'm excited for the next round, though. Excited for the next round. 3-2. It's very back and forth, though. I'm curious. So who you got your money on?
Well, I think, I don't know if Boise State's won an offense. I don't know that Grand Canyon has. So I would have to imagine that Boise State's in a pretty good spot here to take an offense again. I do think that the gunfights are going to favor them, and I'd be shocked if we see this go back again towards that A site. I think it's got to be more B if you're Boise State. we're on board with Nelly. And Grand Canyon sure thinks that it's going to be B. You see it's a 3 commit there. And it just looks like Shades is going to be pushing up into A just to watch. And yep, Boise State with a 4 commit over towards B. Veximity's trying to get aggressive. He's going to be hanging out in a corner. And you see there's people on the van. Boise State's going to be in top Miami and McDowdy's laying down. It's going to be a matter of who challenges first. Veximity's just hanging out. Nelly's going to be watching over this. And can he see someone?
Dun, dun. Ooh.
Oh, Nelly's still watching.
Shades trying to flank.
And I think Nelly saw it, and yet you're right.
Shades is trying to flank.
She says he's going to be finding one. There's Perpsky going down. That's a great flank. Can he find the second? McDowdy does well to win the trades, though. Nelly's still hanging out watching piano. Boise State's going to be trying to rapid. Boss is here to win the gunfights. He finds one. He finds Practical. It's going to be Hattrick who's rotating around the back as well. Bomb is still over there on B side. Boss gets away.
Boss should have got killed.
Yeah.
He ran a 4-4 though. Easy.
The movement there from Boss was really good. McDowdy's still got the bomb. He's going to be he's kind of stuck in no man's land here, and it's going to be a gunfight. He knows that Boss is here. McDowdy's going to get the timing, and Boss goes running away, and McDowdy shoots him in the back. That's a huge win, but the Veximity finds one, and now we're into a 2v1. It's just McDowdy. He's going to get the bomb down. It's Nelly and Veximity versus McDowdy. He gets the bomb down. He's going to be trying to find a corner. GCU pushes from stairs. He gets the shots off, and McDowdy gets found. And Grand Canyon gonna get the defuse.
Got him in the head.
That's such a tough position to be in if you're McDowdy, because you're trying to win a 2v1. The bomb's down, but that site has so many different ways that you can approach it, Chosen. That's almost impossible to win if you're McDowdy.
It was over. He saw him. He is the highest champion. It was over. It was over, I'm telling you. But the key thing in that round was that flank. It made them move, and it looks like Boise State, I mean, defense is their thing. But when they go back on attacking, they have to know that Nelly is not going anywhere. 13 years later, still there.
Yeah, Nelly is definitely posting up. You see Hattrick, he's pulling out the 3x scope. Don't see a lot of that, but every once in a while when a team wants to get real distance like that with no snipers in here, the 3x can kind of step up and be the replacement. You see he's got it on that Krig, and the Krig can really just run fast. That's a smart play, shooting those windows out so you don't know when the push is. That's a great play from Hattrick. Really smart. You see Practical's hanging out on Van here. Boss is going to be looking to push in from vending. McDowdy gets the first blood. Can he find a second? He can't. And actually, Veximity finds Practical, so now it's a 3v3. McDowdy's still watching top piano. And the bomb's up there as well. There's going to be at least one pushing in from garage. There's one from piano. And now, see, Hattrick's in a tough spot now, Chosen, because he has the 3x. Good win, though.
But this is why I'm up here. Oh, he ran right by.
And Boss did well to choose his time. Hattrick finds another. He's just hanging back with that Krig, and he's doing a great job. Can he find the third? Ooh. GCU wins a big gunfight there. That's tough if you're Hattrick. Hanging out with that 3x. He did well to find one. He found a second, but he just couldn't quite rip him off the most powerful head glitch in any Call of Duty game, the bomb.
You are speaking absolute facts. Everybody knows it. I don't know what they got built over there. Vibranium, I believe. Captain America's shield, maybe. But we're going to see. And we all know where Nelly is going. So I hope Boise State knows, too. Perpsky flipping his gun. We're going to see what's about to happen.
Perpsky's going to be, looks like he's going to be going to hang out in the back here. And you see, it looks like Boise State is going to be going for another straight A push. They seem to be enjoying going A, kind of trying to throw Grand Canyon off. Shades is going to be hanging over there, and it's just a matter of time before GCU realizes that it's a push there. You can see number 3, Boss, is already watching mid-map. He's kind of being the guy that's going to go in between here in about 2 seconds when Shades sees it. There's Hattrick with that 3x, and now, yep, you see right on the mini-map there, you see Grand Canyon almost in sync again. It's a wrap over towards A, and it looks like Veximity's going to be looking for that flank real fast. Oh, he's going to pull it back. Probably a good decision. Perpsky now, he's on the stairs. Can he get the win?
He missed. Bad aiming. He couldn't see. I couldn't see either.
And there is Nelly with the wins. Hattrick gets a trade onto Shades, and Boss finds one as well. So now we're in a 3v2. It's Hattrick and Practical. Hattrick with that 3x scope. He runs out of ammo. That's a tough challenge. He's in a tough spot because Veximity has him pinned to the middle. He's laying down some cover fire for Practical. Boise State's got to find a way to get to the bomb and get it down. We've only got 17 seconds left. They've got to win gunfights. Practical pushes up. He finds one. Now Boise State's in a 2v2, and Practical's got to fly if he wants to get up and find the second. Boise State knows the only way that they can really win this is if they get the gunfights. Unless, oh, Hattrick's going to get the bomb down. Hattrick does a great job to get the bomb and find a way to get it down because of Practical's great gunshots. And then Hattrick wins a huge gunfight. He picked up someone's M4.
Oh,
what a win. Can he find the third?
No. I'm shaking in my boots.
Oh,
I'm sweating.
Nelly gets away, but now he's in a 1v1. Hattrick has the bomb down, and Nelly's going to rotate down to the bottom. It's going to be a matter of him staying in position.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, Nelly's gone to wrap. But Hattrick finds the kill.
Game 6.
What a play from Hattrick to hang back and play that well. Stay on the head glitch. Read Nelly like a book.
Oh, my God. Play the game.
And win the round for Boise State.
Play the game. Listen, Hattrick. Ain't no pressure bother me. He's ready. He's built for these big moments. Oh!
What a win from him on Veximity's there.
Got him at 4K, but I would have threw the controller if I was the other player.
That's, you know what? That's tough because you're expecting Hattrick to still have that Krig with that 3 times. When he comes up with the M4 like that, you're like, wait a second. That's not the gun that he had 30 seconds ago. Something's wrong here.
Hattrick may need to go pick up the M4. After that moment, it's calling your name.
It's a true story.
It was a sign.
So Grand Canyon's going to respond with their own A push here. Boise State's just sending Perpsky over to A. He's probably going to have that M4. He's going to have a little bit of range, but probably not enough to try and find someone. Shades is going to get aggressive here. See if he can't get up. He's got the bomb. He's been their bomb guy all map. He's going to try and get this down quick and see if they can't find a way to take care of Boise State early. Getting that bomb down early is so important on this A site because the retake is nearly impossible in a 4v4. And there's Shades with a huge first blood. Playing like Mr. Tyler Abizi himself. Shades is doing a fantastic job of getting through with those SMGs. He's going to get the bomb now. And Boise State in a 4v3 going to have to retake on an open site.
Oh, great kill, though.
Hattrick opens it up.
Oh.
And Hattrick finds another, and Practical finds a third, and all of a sudden, this round just flipped right on its head.
Oh, my gosh. Nothing but Nelly left. Oh, Hattrick, don't die. You've been doing great.
And Nelly's just hanging out there on that sailboat.
What did we say? He's not going anywhere.
No, he's not moving with that crate.
He's married. Oh, my
Big
God.
win. Practical pushes up, finds the kill, and he's going to have time. Boise State going to go up 5-4 here in Miami.
It felt like a sacrifice for the other two, but this is why it's a team game. Teams win.
And Mr. Hattrick is 14-7 for Boise State route. You want to talk about popping off? He has the satchel out, Sacagawea style.
MVP.
Put them in the papoose. Hattrick is going crazy.
Get that guy a map. Great camping here, guys. Don't camp kids, though. For the chat, you guys know this is what happened. I thought we were going to show the kill.
So good shots from Nelly. And you know what? He almost snapped there. He almost snapped on Practical. He was ready for the gunfight. Practical did a good job of just pushing up, getting those trades, though. He knew exactly where he was going to be. He's seen that a lot throughout this game and throughout the weekend. We've seen that a lot in the CDL, translating to the CCL now. Practical does a good job on the read. It's going to be Boise State doing a 4-push back over towards B, a little bit more traditional. Nelly's going to be hanging out on this dumpster head glitch, watching that piano room.
Once again, back at it again with the white Vans. And he's definitely not moving. Not even a little bit. There it is.
Shades is going to be kind of hanging out here with that 74U over on A. He was trying to get aggressive, see if he can find another first blood. Boss does a good job, and you can almost see feet under that van. And Practical sees him. He was right in his line of sight there. You got to win that.
Like I said, never trust white Vans, kids. Oh. Veximity's just waiting for anybody with any type of emotion to pop out.
Nelly with the big win. Can Nelly find a second? Oh, he almost snaps with Perpsky with the big win. Veximity with the trade on Perpsky now, though. It's a 2v1. It's GCU versus Practical. Veximity's just hanging out in top piano. Practical's going to be looking for a flank. Shades is pushing up with that 74U. This is map point for Boise State, and that's a good win from Veximity to find Practical. And ladies and gentlemen, round 11, search and destroy on Miami. Boise State and GCU locked in a fantastic battle.
He's not going anywhere. Why have they not caught on yet that Nelly is going to be in the same spot every single time?
And
faithfully.
Tell you what, if he would have had that snap on hat trick, that would have been up for not just play of the game here, but I would imagine CCL is saying, hey, now wait a minute, can we get that in our Sports Center top 10 segment? We're on board with McDowdy here, and it looks like it's going to be a B push for Boise State. Go with the Old Faithful here in round 11. McDowdy is going to be looking out over the middle. He's looking to see if Shades is going to get pushed up on A-bomb. Little does he know, Shades is even further than his line of sight. You see Grand Canyon, Veximity's just hanging out there waiting. Practical with the stun. Can he find one? The nade goes over. Nade comes in from Grand Canyon as well, and he finds a little bit of health there. He cuts Practical down to half health.
Ooh.
And now Shades is on a flank for Grand
Shades looking
Canyon.
for the flank once again, as you said very nicely. I thought for a second that Boise State was going to have one person go B to be a distraction and then go A, but that was not the case.
And McDowdy got a big first blood there. Now there's going to be a big gunfight here. Practical wins it as well. It's a 4v2 now for Boise State. They're in a great spot. Grand Canyon's got to win gunfights, and they got to win them fast. Here comes Nelly coming up mid-street. He's going to be trying to wrap, see if Boise State's going to be looking for a wrap. And he's read it really well because Boise State is bringing that bomb over to A. You see Hat-Trick with the bomb. He's going to be looking to get a plant. Nelly finds one. It's a 3v2 now. McDowdy's going to be pushing up. Practical finds Veximity. It's a 3v1. It's all on Nelly. Otherwise, we're going to see Boise State go up 2-0 in this series and win a big round 11 search. Nelly's looking to see if Boise State pushes out. Boise State's going to be just kind of hanging back. There's no reason for them to get aggressive here. It's all going to be about staying back, holding your angles. Nelly's got to get moving. He's got 25 seconds. He's got to find quick. He's looking at that bomb boat there.
If he wins, I'm gonna go cry in the car. Russian is not his thing, but gosh, he's taking it to him. He's not trying to go out. Oh my! Oh, it's over.
Oh, he dunks on McDowdy, and it's a 1v1, and then there's the trade from Perpsky. Boise State wins in an exciting map, round 11. Oh, that is a huge win and almost a third, but Perpsky does fantastic to get the trade.
You go home and I want you to practice. No, you don't do nothing else. You hear me? You go home and you practice.
That is a tough gunfight, but Boise State gets the victory, and Idaho Army National Guard is a proud sponsor of Boise State Esports, and they invite you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at IG Guard Gaming, and boy, I'll tell you what, I think maybe McDowdy wants to reach out to ID Guard Gaming on Twitch there to learn about some of the gun skills. That was almost not good if you were Boise State.
Look, do not collect $200. Go straight to jail. Go straight to practice. Okay,
Yeah.
We got the dub. That's all that matters. This is all that matters. That's all that matters. It's team game, teammate chemistry. That's why it was 3v1, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to throw it to a short break here. When we come back, we're going to be going to map 3 for Boise State, see if they can finish out a quick 3-0 sweep of Grand Canyon. But we have to wait till we come back to see what happens in that one. Stay with us, folks.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Legendary parts for legendary wins.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're watching Boise State take on Grand Canyon University here in this CCL matchup. I'm here with Neil Chosen. And Neil, boy, Boise State, they took care of business in that search. It got a little tight, but they did a good job of making sure that they won the gunfights that they needed to win and winning that map 11. That was pretty exciting, though, wasn't it?
Listen, my blood pressure is high. I was sweating. I was sweating more than I think the gamers are actually into it. But, you know, I think the play of the game was really Hat-Trick. I think Hat-Trick clutching that one game, I think it was game like 4 or 5, yeah. 4th or 5th win for Boise State was key because it was over and Hat-Trick deserved MVP for that game, easily. Yeah, I think Hat-Trick had 16 kills. Anytime you get high double digits like that, that's pretty impressive in Search and Destroy. So Boise State, we're going to be heading to a garrison control. We've talked about it. Boise State likes this map for a lot of different modes. But Chosen, you had some thoughts about this map on the break. You're not a fan of Garrison. Tell us about that. Garrison is a campers map. Number one, people can get to the spots easily, and once they set up shop, it's usually over. But I will say, is it better than Miami? Easily. If you can play on Miami, you can play on anything. So I think Boise State will be just fine. But, yeah, I mean, as long as they're not playing Oregon, I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's a true story. Whole different ball game. I think this team has regained from the tilt. They had a good opportunity to collect themselves with that ICCU series, and they're out taking on Grand Canyon now. It's a whole different situation. Like I said, it's Boise State versus Grand Canyon in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We're in the CCL, and hopefully Boise State can find a way to take a 3-0 sweep. I think that's going to do a lot for this team's confidence.
Easily. I think the key for this match is the satellite that we keep seeing. People love camping, and it's the greatest camping spot on the game, especially for control. And that objective is always key.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams, you can hang out there, and there's a couple different head glitches. You can watch over, like, the cobble area. You can watch over green. It's so important to have satellite control. I think you're spot on with that, Neil. And if you look at Grand Canyon here, control is probably their best game mode. You look at their control KDs. Shades has a 1.5. He's absolutely frying this year. You got Veximity with a 1.49 as well. So you got two players that are really high KD for this team. It's going to be interesting to see if Boise State can go out and take care of business. We're hopping on board with Perpsky here. He's going to be going top floating tank. This is a great spot to challenge top green because you can't get to top green first if you're in that spawn. So challenging it from floating tank is super important. And Practical's already in the point, working towards a tick over on A. Boise State's also got players going over towards B. They've got work towards a tick there as well. They are doing a fantastic job of splitting. Practical wins a big gunfight there in Cobble. Can he find another? He found another one, I think, but Boss got the trade. Hat-Trick's about to get the second tick here on B. So Boise State's got good progress. It looks like Grand Canyon's just kind of chalked B and giving that up to Boise State. Now it's all going to be about how do you defend A.
I've never seen that before. that B was taken so easy. I mean, they just completely gave it up. And you say control is their game, but that was very weird game.
Yeah, Boise State did a good job of just rushing into that and taking that point. Now Boise State's pushing out through the back spawn of Grand Canyon. They're getting aggressive. You can see they are pushing from Grand Canyon's spawn, so it's going to be spawn kills. Hat-Trick knows where they're going to be coming from. He's hanging out. Nelly does well to get around it, but McDowdy's winning gunfights over on Satellite. Boise State's getting time on the hill. Yeah, that was a tough gunfight from Boise State. Shades did good to find Hat-Trick there. McDowdy's still on back Satellite. Nade's coming in. Flak jacket from McDowdy saves him, but the trade's there. And then Practical finds two, goes big in the point. Can he find a third? He can't. And, Veximity with another big gunfight. He finds Hat-Trick and keeps Boise State out of the point. Lives are actually 5 up for Boise State, but Nelly's hanging out here, watching the point or watching the push from his own spawn because Boise State's got so aggressive. Little does he know that it was McDowdy pushing in, but Veximity finds 2 up in top green. The shot bash from Veximity.
Yo, Practical. Yo, talk to me, baby. Holla at me, man. Come on, man. Train it.
Oh, big win from Boss there. Saves Nelly's life on Perpsky. All of the sudden, Grand Canyon, they're holding off Boise State. There's a minute to go. It's still a 5-life advantage. The trophy takes out the stun for Boise State. You see it does a little bit of damage. Hat-Trick pushes in. Veximity finds him. And Veximity finds the second on McDowdy. He knew where he was going to be, but Veximity did well to find it. Boise State still got a big life lead.
Got him.
There you go. Perpsky wins on Veximity. Boss looking for a flank, but Boise State's got progress over here, and they're starting to win these gunfights and run away with this round. Grand Canyon's got to get in. Boise State about to have a tick, and they're going to get a second if they're not careful. Big one. Oh, Practical's just got the ego chows going right now.
Filthy.
He is getting confident, and he's flying. Shades finds them to take him down, but Grand Canyon only has 3 respawns. Boise State's got 9. McDowdy's going to be pushing up in the top green. It's a 3 basically on, what, 11? 12? My math's bad. No, 13.
I was an engineering major. I switched over, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I do history. Doesn't work. There's 2, only 1 alive for Veximity here, and Hat-Trick finds him. There you go, Boise State. It wasn't as clinical as the scoreboard might show. I think Grand Canyon did a pretty good job of holding Boise State off on the pushes, but Boise State, they got in good positions to cut Grand Canyon off from pushing them.
Oh, look at Perpsky. Ooh, get nasty. You want to jump with me? I can jump with you too. I think Veximity was the key to that match. He was on fire. Once he went cold, it was over. It was over for GCU. That was the key to the momentum.
Yeah, Veximity's the only one that's positive right now for Grand Canyon. That's a tough situation to be in. You see Boise State has 3 of the 4 positive with my man Practical at 11 and 7. He's got that AK-74U out. Diamond, by the way, he is a grinder. He works hard at this game, I can tell you that. And Hat-Trick, challenge caution there from Lights. That's a tough gunfight. McDowdy comes in, tries to get the trade. You see Grand Canyon, they're doing the same thing Boise State did. They're pushing up towards B. It looks like there's almost a tick there. And Practical wins a big gunfight but gets traded. I think Grand Canyon's got a tick at B, working towards a second. And they're pushing out towards A. Grand Canyon's playing this almost identical to Boise State.
I mean, number one, you were the main one saying how their KDs were amazing. Most of them are negative except for 1. So we're going to see what's really going on, what's really came to be. Stats are one thing, but Hat-Trick head glitching, trying to get somebody. We're going to Practical. Practical seems to be trying to not let them have B. They got B. It's too late. Oh, great kill. Got
big shots from Practical
right
there.
In the head.
That's, you know what, that's one of the most underrated headies in the game, I think. That stairs head glitch is tough to rip people off of, so Practical winning that gunfight was really nice. You see McDowdy taking another one, and Practical finding a third, almost snaps onto Veximity, but Grand Canyon now, they have B taken care of. They're rotating over back through their spawn to get to A. Perpsy's going to get found. It's going to be on McDowdy. Can he hold off this push over in Cobble? Because 2 from Grand Canyon are coming. There comes the first gunfight. Shades gets away with his life. He's going to get bait and switched. And he gets found. Nelly does well to find him. Practical with the trade, but he doesn't know that Shades is still there with him. Now Hat-Trick's going to hang out in the point. He's got a minute and 30 to hold off Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon does have a 2-life advantage. Big win from Hat-Trick there. Running that Krig like an SMG. Doing big things. That's tough to do. You have to have a lot of skill to do that.
Oh, Perpsky looking around, waiting for somebody. He thinks somebody's in the spawn, apparently, but He's really going back to objective. Oh, he was right. He was accurate. Oh, great teamwork, killing him around, saving his life. He's definitely gonna have to buy him breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, McDowdy with a big win there, helping Perpsky out. Perpsky pays him off with a 2-piece for himself, and now he's hanging out watching the push. He's got the info that there's 2 there. He knows they're going to be pushing up in the lights. Practical finds 1 and a second. Practical's double positive for Boise State. He is going big in this control.
Oh, McDowdy going around, looking for anybody and their mama. He feels that somebody's going to walk this way. He's ready to blow their head off.
Hat Trick hanging out, gets traded off. He finds Nelly, but Veximity gets 2. And then Practical with the trade like he's been doing all game. You can see the feet under there. That's a great little spot if you're Practical. That takes a lot of game knowledge to know that you can see those feet. Trying to find the kill on Boss. He's going to call him out. Boss is going to do well to find Perpsky. He gets the timing on the gunfight, and the mantle shots are in from Practical. Big win. McDowdy's hanging out in Cobble. He's been just locking down this Cobble side. Hat-Trick finds a nade kill there as well. Boise State now, they have a respawn advantage, and GCU has 10 seconds to get in this hill. Veximity finds 1. Perpsky's hanging out in Cobble. He's slowing down the push. Grand Canyon's got to go in quick. Oh, Hat-Trick almost with the Diamatti kill, but he can't get it. It's now on Practical to find the win. There's 1. Practical gets traded out. Grand Canyon can't quite get in the point, and you're right on, Chosen. That's 2-0 for Boise State.
Do you hear that? Does anybody hear that?
I don't hear it.
There's a very large woman singing right now.
Oh, he's calling it for Boise State. I like the confidence.
Very, very large woman.
I like the confidence. We'll see if Boise State can get the hot 3-0 both in the game and in the map. We're going to be on board with Veximity here to start. A little bit of a play on the Cherry Blossom camo there on that 74U, a OG classic from Black Ops series past. He's going to be pushing up mid early. You see he got stunned, but he had tac mask on, and then he gets stuck from Practical. Boise State learned their lesson, and they're sticking the other team this time with the nades.
That's a bad day. If you get stuck, it's just not your day.
Yeah, that's a feels bad. Feels bad.
Oh, got him.
Boss gets away with his life. He does well there, and then he finds Perpsky, but a trade comes in from McDowdy on him. Vex is gonna almost find Practical in top green, but oh, there's the Diamatti coming in from Practical. Nelly's gonna be hanging out here on A, but Boise State, they don't have any presence over on B. Boise State is kind of in no man's land here. Grand Canyon and them are pretty even on lives. Veximity actually puts Grand Canyon ahead in lives. Boise State's lack of B presence is going to be tough. Now they have to break A. They're kind of split up. It's going to be a huge gunfight over there on the minimap. You see 8 and 7 are holding back 4 and 3 from the A progress. We'll see if anyone can get the wins. But Boss finds one there as well. Boise State's got to go now. They don't have a tick on either side. They don't have real presence at either side. Grand Canyon doing a much better job of blocking it down this map. Big wins from Veximity there.
Oh my gosh. Boise State getting too cocky. I guess they were listening to me. They're not playing team fighting at all. They're going singularity, just trying to get kills. They have to run in. They have to stay now. They have to put the trophy ships down. Let's see what happens. State's trying to get, gets hit right in the
big wins
head.
from Boise State. They're holding on to this B point now. They know that if they get gunned out of it, Grand Canyon is probably going to take the round, and it's looking that way. Boise State doesn't have time to get there. Big win from Nelly. Grand Canyon levels it, or doesn't quite level it back up, but it's 2-1 now. I don't know. Chosen, did you speak too soon?
I mean, maybe she wasn't big. Maybe she was just, thick.
Okay.
Because I don't know. They just weren't locked in. They're trying to be, got too fancy. Too fancy. Got too cocky. Get the job done.
Yeah, that was Grand Canyon really didn't let Boise State get onto the objective. They just beat him out on time. That's really great play if you're Grand Canyon. Just kind of hang out there. You see Veximity, he's still the only one positive. The kill numbers still aren't coming in for them. Boise State is doing a good job of beating them at their game mode, and it all comes from the man you're looking at right now. Mr. Practical is 26 and 18 now. He's going huge. That's great numbers in league play, let alone in a CCL match where you're playing kids that know what they're doing. Grand Canyon 2 down early. They're going to be getting into that B side to stop Boise State. Hat-Trick finds one. Ooh, big double in lights. Big double in lights from Hat-Trick to stop the progress over there at B. And now you see Perpsky, he's pushing up mid. He doesn't know that there's 3 caution. He finds one.
Him.
Can he find a second? He's got called
He
out.
was all smoke.
Oh, he almost got the timing. He almost got it again.
Ooh, see, I would have reloaded. I would have got hit. But let's see what he does.
Yeah, he doesn't realize he only has 8 bullets. Oh, and there's the play from Shades to find him. Practical's finding kills over on A. Grand Canyon now, they've only got 45 seconds left, but they do have the live lead. It's early. You see that trophy's down for Boise State. Hat-Trick now contesting over here on the site. Perpsky's got to win that gunfight. He doesn't.
Gets hit.
Yeah, Grand Canyon's starting to make some plays here. It's going to be interesting to see if Boise State can hold off the pushes. There's Boss. He does well to find Hat-Trick, doesn't even let the trades come through. And Grand Canyon, they've got progress at both points. They've got players 3 on B right now. McDowdy's got to try and find one. He doesn't realize that Shades actually got killed from Practical's nade. The comms have got to be there for Boise State, but they're going to hold them off of A.
Oh, great head glitch. Oh, right in the head, hat-trick. Oh, McDowdy down 2. Practical wait for anybody named Mama to pop out. Persky trying to deal with somebody that's trying to spawn that. Oh, got him. Oh, I spoke too soon. That hurt me. Not going to
Boss with the big boss plays there, and Practical doesn't realize that it looks like there's a player from GCU up on one of the toughest spots in the game. You can cap the point from those top barrels. They have a tick over at A, and they're working towards a second. Grand Canyon's in a place to win this second round and take it to round 5 or round 3. Excuse me. No, round 5. Yeah.
They got smoked way too soon because it seems like they heard me. They heard the talking, and GCU got tapped in out of nowhere.
Yes, that is the perfect way to describe it. But Boise State kind of dancing around here. Okay, Grand Canyon looks like they're going to try and get a little flank here. They're going to try and push back through Boise State's spawn. They may be now trying to just take advantage of that live count that they've got. They are up 6 lives on Boise State. Boise State's got to be careful because Grand Canyon's on a big flank. You see 3 there. It's all going to be on McDowdy. Can he find the second here on Shades? Patrick finds 1. Can he find a second? He can't. Grand Canyon slides out. And now we have a real race to the point. There's a minute left. Grand Canyon up 5 lives still, but Perpsky's got it locked down here on satellite. He knows the push is coming. Practical's watching his back over here up at top green. He finds 1. He finds a second. Oh, and he almost finds a 3rd. But the trades are there from Perpsky. And now Boise State, they know Grand Canyon's got to start pushing. They've brought it down to 4 lives. They've got help. All of the angles covered for Boise State. Shades finds the opening kill. Boise State, it's down to 4 respawns left for him. Practical knows Veximity's right there. Shades finds another on McDowdy. Boise State, all of a sudden, they've got 3 people left. Grand Canyon's got respawns. Boise State's got to hold them off for 20 seconds. Hat-Trick finds 1. This is going to come down to the wire, folks. Hat-Trick's hanging out. He's watching Cobble. And there you go. Grand Canyon. They do the work. They take advantage of the lives. That big flank there. McDowdy got found in the back, and that opened it all up for Grand Canyon, blew it wide open.
I just think it really came down to who's the hide-and-seek champion. Finding out where everybody is, where everybody's camera spots is, and they came through. God, Veximity, he's been locked in the entire game.
Yeah, the game sense to know McDowdy was going to be pushing there is immaculate. That is a problem that I have all the time. My game sense is nothing like that, and that is why I'm on the commentator's desk and not playing for this team because they have game sense. Nelly is going to be pushing up here. Looks like they are going to be on offense. That comes because Boise State has the kill numbers. The team with the most kills gets to be on defense in any round 5, whether that's control or search. That is a huge advantage, and that comes from Practical having 32. Veximity finds 1 and then gets traded out immediately from that bottom tank jump out. Shades is just hanging out in vent here. He's going to throw those stuns. He knows there's another one there. Persky finds 1 in lights. And Veximity gets found. Oh, Practical with a great play in vent to get Shades out. And now Nelly's got to get over here and defend. Oh, it looks like Grand Canyon's on defense. Do they have the kill numbers? They might. I might have been wrong. Boise State's got progress over at B. They have a tick, though. And it looks like now there's the stun out from Nelly. He knows there's players there. He finds 1 off the bridge heady. Shades gets the wrap. That's 2 down for Boise State. And they don't have that second tick.
It's getting filthy. It's getting ugly out there. Let's see if Boise State can they handle adversity. Are they just front runners? I mean, when you get punched out, can you punch back?
Looks like Boise State's got 2 down, but GCU's going to respond with a kill from Veximity. He's hanging up bottom. Take good shots from Perpsky to save his teammate's life. And now Boise State's got to fly at this point, and they're doing just that. Practical's looking to find the second tick. He picks up that Krig 6 as well, so he's ready for any kind of gunfight that gets thrown at him. Perpsky's pushing up into spawn. McDowdy's also capturing the point. There's 2 ticks, and Boise State's on their way to a third. This is looking good for Boise State.
Had to turn.
There's the artillery coming in from Shades. He's positive as well, so now Boise State's got to worry about streaks coming in from them. You know there's one in lights there. That's the only... good nade from Practical, but he gets shot in the back. And now Boise State, they got B, though. That's the key. They found the ticket B. They got all 3. It can rotate over to A. McDowdy's hanging out on top bridge, watching spawns from GCU. Perpsky's in square. He gets found. Shades gets 1, and Boss gets 1. And McDowdy with a great response, and then Hat Trick is there as well. So now Boise State's got to find a way to break into this B site, or this A site.
Into the spawn, though. That's the real question.
Yeah, Boise State, they have the chance to play this on lives, and it looks like they might be thinking about doing that. They do have a 5-life lead. You see McDowdy's kind of pushing up right through the middle of the map. Practical's looking to gun one off the head glitch. Looks like Grand Canyon's got this site locked down pretty well. Big wins there, both from Boss and Nelly and Shades. That's 3 down for Boise State. Persky last alive. He does get a kill, though. Lets Boise State spawn in. It is 13-10 in lives. Boise State has 45 seconds in this round. That's good shots from Persky there. That was fantastic, and he's looking for Practical in those kills. McDowdy almost kills himself with his own nade. Not a good play, but he stays alive. Now can he find the one? He can redeem himself if he gets a big kill here. He's got to know there's one there. Is he going to get the slide out? He checks the wrong side. He gets found. So now it's Boise State with a 5-life advantage. Perpsky on the flank. Trophy system's down, so there's no throwables. He finds one. Grand Canyon now, they don't have any respawns remaining. Veximity is now back in there. All 4 on the map. Perpsky's holding it down. Grand Canyon's got to get him out of the point. Boise State's got 1 in the point. Persky finds 1 and Hat Trick. One life left. It's Boss. He's got to get the big play. He's going to be rotating in from mid-map. Little does he know, Practical's right by him. He gets away. He's going to be coming from Cobble. And it looks like McDowdy's up there. Boss finds him. He's going to try and stay alive, but Perpsky with the find. Perpsky with the win. 3-2 Boise State. And overall, it's a 3-0. They are back on track.
It's over. Do you hear that?
I hear it that time. I hear it that time.
You hear it now?
I do hear it that time.
It's a beautiful voice.
Yeah. It's better than my voice, probably. Boise State did a great job of playing the kill numbers there on that map. They played it exactly how they needed to, and there you go. You see on the screen that beautiful graphic that we love to see. Boise State takes the win, goes to 2-2 in the CCL. They've got some more games coming up in this split, and this is their chance. They got to start working their way back up to get in the top side of that ladder. That's going to give them the best chance at the second split. I don't know. Chosen, that was a high blood pressure map and a high blood pressure series, I'd say. I don't know. What do you think about that? What were your closing thoughts there?
I think Boise State's the better team. They just got a little too cute. But, everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face. Shout out Mike Tyson. And we got punched in the face, and then we responded with a good dub in the 3rd round to get things back on track. I believe in Boise State as long as we're going to play Oregon.
Yeah, I think Boise State, I think they're a different team after that Oregon one. I think they got a little bit of a regain there against ICCU, and I think that they're in a good spot to take care of business as we go forward. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back every Monday with NACE Skillshot Madden and then CCL Collegiate Call of Duty League. It's been a heck of a game night. Boise State did a great job of finding the 3-0 win to close it out. We're looking forward to getting back with you. We'll see you next Monday.